What's up, Extra Butter listeners? On today's episode, we move into episode number 3 of the Butter Boys Best of 2025 movie series. Moving into Weapons, a 2025 horror mystery. Fun movie. I think we've all seen it multiple times now. Very interesting, unique film. If you haven't watched it, hopefully you have already watched it before listening to us talk about it. And if you haven't, turn the podcast off, fire up HBO Max, and go watch Weapons before we jump into it here. We also give you guys a football preview for the NFL playoffs as we hit postseason. 3 of our teams are in. 1 of our teams is not, unfortunately. Talk about the scenarios that go on. 1 team for sure out, 1 team for sure into the second round, and an Extra Butter trilogy head-to-head. So listen to that. We're also filming live during the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl that turned out not to be quite the game in the Big Ten, looking for the 3rd consecutive national championship here. We've got Oscars, we've got gears to grind. A lot of them involve the bathroom and some parking lot problems that everybody probably deals with. Talk a little bit about movies that we've seen, movies upcoming, Screen Unseen, big news coming up on January 19th for a Screen Unseen for your boy. Try to convince Geese to go as well. So if you guys are members, make sure to go check out the AMC Screen Unseen for January 19th, as it's something I've never experienced. And guys, we are live on every single platform: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music. We're also live or active on Instagram and X, the Everything app. Everything happens on X, dropping clips, dropping movies upcoming, get you guys involved. Make sure you can watch the movie before we drop it on Fridays, where the release is then there. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see next. We're moving into the season finale on next week's episode, so always open to hearing about different topics that we should pick for the following 4 to come in the next month. So guys, lock in for another extra butter episode. We love you. We care about you. Critter, roll the tape.
Extra butter on the corn for me. Extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. Got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.
This is episode 39, and we are recording live during the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. So if you watch the video, my face is flashing different colors. The game is on in the background. Indiana, Oregon, kicking off our football update here prior to jumping to the NFL. Miami has moved on to the national championship game at home at the Hard Rock in Miami. In the Big Ten, looking for their 3rd consecutive national championship in football. NFL playoff preview, gentlemen. I know one of us is not involved, and at least one of us will not be moving on to the second round. I guess I can start since we've got a head-to-head in here. Playoffs are set. Bears-Packers Saturday night. Eagles-Niners in Philly Sunday afternoon. I feel pretty good about our game. I don't know what else to say. Lane should be back. Might not play. Don't really care. Eagles at home. Give me 1 in the playoffs at the link. Undefeated. Never lost. And I know that is a capital jinx with it here on this podcast, Talking Good. But, yeah, man, feel pretty good. Playoff football, can't beat it. Go Birds. More interested to hear the trilogy game that will be the Green Bay Packers at Soldier Field to face the Chicago Bears.
How did your guys' first 2 games go? Did you split or what happened?
Same as the last 4 or 2 last season. 1 score games.
Yeah.
With Bears Packers, you mean?
The Bears won the second game by scoring late, getting an onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of luck in that one, and then we lost the other one by throwing an interception.
And then last year, Packers blocked a field goal, and Bears kicked a late field goal in week 18. So it's literally 2-2. Both teams have scored 86 points. Quoting Big Cat here in his stats.
I was going to say, Big Cat said the last however many games have been all last possession.
And I'll quote him too. I am terrified. This is literally I'm so glad the rivalry is just, it's going to be so back. I'm hoping we don't fumble it. And
it's going to be a tight game. Like,
not necessarily the game, but like even after the game, I want us to like figure out whatever we got to figure out. Keep this rivalry going because this is what it's all about. Sorry, Trav, but it's dude. All week I've just been like, I don't know. It's like I'm terrified. I'm excited. I don't even know what to feel because the last time they played was in 2010 in the NFC Championship game. Packers were, I think, a 6th seed, which is the last seed in that playoffs. But I'm just so excited, and I mean, whatever happens, whatever we got to do to keep this fucking thing alive. I don't want us to fall apart.
I read a stat
regardless
today that the Packers, like out of all their games or something like that, they've only won 2 away games in the playoffs. And I want to look that up.
2 away games in the playoffs. We won 2 away games. We won 3 to go to a Super Bowl in 2010.
While you're looking that up, Geese, and pounding on your keyboard.
I meant to mute. My bad.
I will say this to break up the space and time that he's got to find that winning record with the most questionable quarterback play.
Yeah.
This has got to say something. We should be an 8 seed on either side just for the hell of it. You win 9 games with a quarterback carousel. I'll take it. I'll take it.
What would that be? So if we did an 8 seed, but still gave buys to 1 and 2, would that work? Or is the math not
how it used
add
to
up?
be? No, it used to be with 6.
It used to be with 6, but I don't know if you could still give 2 buys by adding 2 extra teams. I don't think, because that would be 3 games. 3, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't work out.
You'd almost have to add an extra.
You'd have to eliminate the bye, and the one would just play the 8.
Yeah.
And then it would work out.
I don't hate that either because a lot of times more times than not, the ones end up, maybe they win the first game, but the next time around, like the next game, they end up falling short.
Yeah, because you'd really want to see a Vikings-Seahawks rematch after the first game.
But yeah, like it could still they could blow them out of the water, and it's still like a half bye.
Well,
but they're still in the mix.
It wouldn't be Brosmer. It wouldn't be Brosmer playing Seattle. So I mean, there's a big difference. But Geese, what's your stat?
Packers are 14-20 on the road all time.
So
I don't know what the fuck I was
where
reading.
You're going.
It was wrong.
Yeah.
It was on a Packers subreddit. So I thought they would be correct.
Packers Reddit?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what they said. I like to read the discourse.
When you said they've won 2 away games, I was like, there's no way that's true.
We literally won it was like 3 on the way to the last Super Bowl.
I mean, this definitely was not the time to look it up.
And
so
then
maybe
we pounded Dallas into the dirt 2 years ago.
I thought it was maybe like since this year or whatever, but yeah, it was a
bad stat.
That's too late.
It's into the nether now.
But to quote part of my take as well, I feel like Max too when he's like, I'm like, it's almost, and I don't know, this is a paraphrase, but like eerily confident in our game, like almost too comfortable with where I feel with the Niners coming to town. It's a game. I guess the best way to put it.
You want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to be just comfortable because that's when you get your shit beat.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably not. As a fan, it's like it's a game we shouldn't lose. That's the way to. I think the best way to put it.
Those are the worst.
Yeah. Those are the worst. Again, it's playoffs. Like we've talked about it for weeks and weeks. Like every game in the playoffs, the team you're playing is obviously good. It's going to be a battle. But yeah, it's like getting to the point where I'm like, we should win that game. And now the way that your game plays out could throw a wrench in everything because looking ahead, if the Packers win, you go to Seattle, and then we get the winner of Rams, Panthers. Chicago wins, we'd play Chicago, and then Rams, Panthers would play Seattle. So that game shakes up the whole bracket.
You honestly have the best route, Brendan. I think, being the 3. Because having a home game.
Yeah.
Having a home game. Because I don't know. I wouldn't want to play. The rivalry game is its own thing. I don't know who else I'd want to play, though.
Being a confident Eagles fan, getting the home game against San Francisco, and then the next round either being home against Carolina or LA, probably the Rams being home is nice, and then or having to go to Chicago, I'm okay with either of those.
Right.
Getting a home game or going to Chicago.
That's what I'm saying.
Chicago's elements are very similar to Philly, so the outdoor, like that stadium.
It's probably been worse in Philly than, maybe not.
And
it could be, but it's like we could get the same weather in Philly that Chicago could get.
Here's what I'll say as far as like Chicago confidence and like relating it to what we have with playoff football. Like the Vikings have had a lot of really good seasons and get into the playoffs. None of our quarterback play has been up to the standard of winning playoff football games, and a lot of them. It takes a lot to get there. Caleb's going to have to literally put his nuts on the table, but Jalen's been there every year he's been there. This is nothing different. So that's why I say that. I'm not doubting Caleb's abilities, but it's going to be hard.
We had a Jalen quote this week, and they asked, what is it about the playoffs that just makes you play your best ball? And he just said, basically, again, paraphrasing, some of us just have it in us. Like it's just in, like that's why I play that way, is because I just got it in me. Like right. he's a dog.
There's a difference between winning culture in the regular season and winning culture in the playoffs, and we just haven't sniffed that in a long time.
And I think Lane Johnson, if he does play, Baldy says he's playing, or Schefter says he's playing, Baldy says he's not playing. He will play if we win. Like if he doesn't play on Sunday and we win, he will play in the playoffs. I think he is a massive difference for pass pro, run game, helping our right guard. Like I don't think people realize that don't pay much attention to Eagles football as much as like fans do, or like football experts, whatever that means. But like Lane Johnson is a massive get back. So we'll see. But yeah, I feel pretty good about it. Try something new here, boys. On I know we'll get a little playoff touchdown parlay, but we'll go through each game here. I'm going to write everybody's picks down with the spreads. We'll go spread, so no money lines here. Let's see who has the best record on the podcast predicting the playoffs. Game 1, Rams at
Audible.
Rams
that Audible.
Rams at Carolina. Rams minus 10.5. What do you guys like there?
Give me Carolina plus.
I also like Carolina plus 10.5. I feel like that's just so many fucking points
for a playoff game. Yeah,
I'm gonna go Rams.
Rams.
Can we change it off the 10.5, or do we have to pick it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Playing the spread.
Oh, got it.
Critter.
No, I mean, like, can I change the spread number, or do we have to do what it's showing? Okay, that was just.
You can if you bet on the game, but in this,
it's not going to help the odds that much.
In this scenario, we're just going straight picks.
Okay.
Give me the Rams covering that. I think Bryce Young is going to have hell.
Split down the
with
middle
that defense.
Yeah, I wanted to take the Rams. It's just 10.5 is just so many fucking points. They definitely could, and they also
it might be a backdoor cover, and it very well could be. That's how I see 10.5 covering, is a backdoor cover. But
yeah. Game 2, Packers at Chicago. Packers minus 1.5. We'll keep the same order. Trav, what do you got?
That they're still giving us the favorite.
Give me Chicago.
Chicago plus 1.5.
Wait, are we doing alternate spreads? Packers by no.
Yeah. Joke.
1.5.
I don't know, man. This one's tough. This is it's a pick 'em essentially. I don't know why.
That's the thing. It's a pick 'em, but like 1.5 is just kind of annoying. I think we should just treat this as a pick 'em.
Well, we're not.
I'm just saying, like that's how the odds are. Like literally, the Bears are plus 100, right?
105. Packers minus 125. True pick 'em would be 110, 110.
That's close enough. But
Geese, you want me to just etch in Chicago?
Buddy. Pencil it in.
Crit, are you going against the boys?
Who'd you pick, Brennan?
I didn't pick yet. I don't know.
Okay. Second.
I mean, obviously, I'm going Packers by minus 1.5. Brandon McManus.
I think. I think this game shakes up the NFC. I think I'm going to go Green Bay minus 1.5. I think Green Bay's. And this goes against everything I've said about this matchup, because I think Green Bay's had Chicago twice. I know Chicago won the second game, and I think that in a third game, it favors Ben Johnson more so than Dennis Allen if we're talking coordinators. But I just feel like for some reason we're going to have to play the Rams at home to move on. It's also me just continuously banking on beating San Francisco on Sunday. But yeah, I'm going to go Green Bay minus 1.5. Keep things interesting here. Moving on to Sunday, another tough one to pick for the boys here is going to be Buffalo at Jacksonville to kick things off on Sunday at 11 o'clock Mountain. Buffalo is plus 1.5 on the road.
I'll take the Jags.
We got the Jags. I'm going to take Buffalo.
That's the smart pick, I think.
I think there's too much on the line for the Bills to get to the championship game and or the Super Bowl without Mahomes and without Lamar. Give me the Bills.
Buffalo.
I love the Jags, though.
I know. They're like 13-game win streak, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't have any reason to go against the Bills, but I think the Jags get it done. I think maybe Buffalo's year is next. Do they get the new stadium next year?
Yep.
Cardinals got their new stadium and won a World Series in the new stadium, not the old one.
That's baseball.
That is baseball, but that's also magic.
We're split again. We've been
changing on the guard too. No Ravens, no Chiefs, and now the Bills.
You may also not get that next year either. No Travis Kelce, no John Harbaugh,
no healthy Mahomes.
Yep.
So we've split 2-2 on all three games so far. Sunday afternoon, San Francisco at the Link. Eagles -6. Give me the Birds.
I will take the Birds.
These are Birds?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking it'd be closer to like 4.5.
This might be the toughest one.
It opened at 4.5. It's moved to 6.
Okay, with that news, I'm taking Philly. If it's moved that much, they know something.
It is a lot of points.
Is Trent Williams playing?
Trent Williams and Ricky Pearsall, to my knowledge, are doubtful.
Yep.
I think
give me the Birds.
I think that's why the line's moved. That's not good. Clean sweep's never good. Thanks, boys, for that. Sunday Night Football, L.A. Chargers at Gillette out in Foxborough, and the New England Patriots are 3.5-point favorites. Give me the Pats -3.5.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's 3 for the Pats.
3.5.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Pats.
Another clean sweep. And Monday, probably the toughest one outside of my opinion, Buffalo, Jacksonville. Houston at Pittsburgh. Houston -3. Give me the Steelers.
Same. Metcalf is back too, so
Give me the Texans.
Houston
Give me the
-3.
Steelers.
3 for Pittsburgh. There we have it.
I went Texans with Trav.
My shitty handwriting, the ticket is in. We will update on those next week. Let's move into the important stuff, guys. 0 for 18 on the season. We're playoff guys. You know, that's what we've always said here on this podcast. We're playoff touchdown bettors. I will go last just because I have 2 guys I feel like will be available, or the teams or games might be available. If not, I'll just go off the cuff. Touchdown parlay. We have never won one, but we've prepped all season for postseason football. So, who would like to kick things off on the inevitable loser that we're going to put out there again for everybody listening that never gets to see it because I never post it, but they get to laugh at it later.
I'll take Puka.
There goes one of my games.
I was going to go that way too.
I was going to be on
-105. I think that's pretty good.
-110 for me, but it's because Adams is back, and Adams is a touchdown fucking machine. But Puka scored, I think, in like however many games in a row. Puka -110.
He was 105 like 10 minutes ago.
Hey, money's coming in.
That's good news.
Money's coming in on Puka.
Crit, go ahead.
If both my games get taken right out of the gate, that would be pretty
You
funny.
muted Crit.
Critter is
No, I was going Rams too.
Oh,
Fuck.
I had to sneak that one in there.
I wasn't going Puka, so that's fine. I mean, you could
Give
go
me
Rams.
give me ETN.
Wow, like that. That was not on my radar. Travis Etienne Jr. -140.
Josh Jacobs.
I love that pick.
Bears have the best red zone defense in the league. Good
Till
luck.
the playoffs come by.
Josh Jacobs -135.
Honestly, one of his best odds, I feel like, all season. I think at the beginning it was like damn near -200.
And to round things out, I will be taking the only plus money guy in the parlay, which is crazy that he's plus. I mean, everybody in this game is plus money, which is kind of surprising. But give me Ramondre Stevenson, running back, New England Patriots, +140.
Mr.
No,
Butterfingers. Love
That- I wasn't going to say it, but apparently he was.
He scores a lot of touchdowns.
He does. That he does.
He does score touchdowns, but I just don't. I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it. And then Geese goes, Mr. Butterfinger.
He's on my fantasy.
That's going to be a +1267, which feels very doable compared to what we've put out there in the past. When we haven't won one, we've been pumping out some +3000s, +4000s, +5000 sometimes. +1267, 3 running backs to find pay dirt in Puka Nacua, who has been a touchdown machine. The Rams score a lot of points. I don't know. We did not hit on the regular season, so, I mean, I don't think you can be any more due than we are.
We're going to be battling to the Super Bowl parlay for an octopus or something.
Yeah. Best of luck, Crit Geese, on the Packers-Bears game Saturday night. Best of luck to myself as well.
Best of luck.
Good luck, boys.
Good luck.
I'll be
Crit.
I'll be checking out some mock drafts.
Well, yeah. At
That's,
least
again, I don't want Jeremiah Love to get to you. I think I saw some tweets like, man, it looks like Jeremiah Love's going to be like an 18th pick. It's like,
That's
he's
exactly
like, I think his
right.
profile picture was a Vikings picture. I was like, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Aaron Jones
the
will come
Saints-
back and we'll have Jordan Mason, so we'll probably not draft him.
He's probably still going to be in the NFC, but
Yeah.
I just can't have him in the NFC North. Kid's a problem.
at least one of us will be eliminated, and at least one of us will be making it to the second round. So interested to see how things play out. But the touchdown parlay, I'm going to set a reminder on my phone to post this on Saturday so we don't forget. Maybe that. I know we've posted a couple and still lost, but maybe for the playoffs, we
clip
need
this for when you forget to.
Yeah, when it never gets out there.
Yeah,
we want the people.
I'm going to need to go through all of our football takes. I know mine are dog shit, and I know Brennan's are pretty.
Those would be
shit.
some funny reels.
Easy, buddy.
I might. Well, the Longhorns is the start of your highlight reel. the Longhorns, whatever that week 1 game was, Ohio State. But I might need your help, Geese, to kind of sort through those because I know there's some gold in there. And I don't know if I can find them all by myself.
We won a bowl game, so keep that in mind.
We took our ball and went home.
Yeah.
Ohio State didn't win a bowl game, so.
Huh?
Ohio State didn't win a bowl game.
No, they didn't.
He won 7 now. Interesting.
Yeah, Indiana looks pretty good. I think the Big Ten is going to win 3 national titles in a row. SEC putting out a piss poor record against some of these teams outside the SEC. So, yeah, next week I don't know when the national championship game is. Is anybody?
It's usually on a Monday.
So it won't be obviously Monday, so we won't have it to you next week, but we will have the NFL playoff update, see how the boys do on their picks, hopefully win some money on the touchdown parlay. But cherish every snap while you can because football is coming to an end. Best season of the year.
It goes so quick.
I know. Sucks. Let's move into some gears to grind, gentlemen. I want to kick things off here. I may have already said this in a prior podcast, but I think
might still be grinding though. That gear might go in.
Oh. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Going back to the office this week after the holiday season, being off of work, head to the bathroom, and the paper towel dispenser appears to be pumping out a good length of paper towel when you wave your hand on the whatever automatic thing. So I thought we had a step up in life there. That's a small win if you get the proper amount of paper towel after washing your hands.
You don't have to do it 3 times.
Yeah. Win again later. It did not get any better. Must have been a glitch in the system. I cannot stand paper towel dispensers that just give you just a little bit, and you just got to keep ripping. Wave, rip. You're not drying my hands with half a paper towel. Like,
I don't understand. Paper towels suck too.
What is the best system? Is it the pull? I don't mind the pull because I can, I'm under control. I can manage.
I like the
speed, the tempo, or is it the one where you wave it and it gives you, like you're saying, the one you want? It gives you everything you need. You rip and you wave.
No, that timer will change. Like, hey, we're giving away too many paper towels.
The automatic ones where you can do it and then pull it. I mean, that goes back to what you were saying, Trav. But some that you can just like yank it out after you start it. I think those are fine.
I think one that
the crank ones, terrible.
Crank is by far the worst. It's the worst.
But the crank ones are the pull ones.
Yeah, but no, like you physically have to crank it. And
I know, but if you can't pull it, it's supposed to work like the pulley system.
Supposed to. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But the ones where you got to push on the thing to get them out, not bad. But yeah, I think manual yank. It's yay long paper towel. You get a couple of them on you, dry it off.
Yeah, I don't know. I think now what we're talking about, I think the button might be my favorite. Now, granted, the button can still give you a short amount, but you can just keep pressing it. You don't have to like hope that it catches your hand.
I don't think I've encountered a button in my life.
I don't think I have either. That one.
It's automatic. There's usually a button you can press too.
Yeah.
I've seen these at a dive bar too in my life.
Those can go right.
How do you guys feel about the air dryers?
Hate them.
I only like the one where you put the dice.
Yeah, it's just that's
the best one. The other ones
easy.
The other ones suck. The other ones mostly suck,
and they're really they blow, Brendan. They don't suck.
Yeah,
but anyways, like the ones you have to hit the button and it's the hand dryer, the loudest things on planet Earth.
Yeah. My problem with the pull system is when you've just got out of washing your hands and you pull, like you just rip pieces off, you don't get the full fucking paper towel. So I think the automatic is right, but you got to get the length. And I like
it's all about technique, though, Brendan. With your wet hands, you got to grab from the top because you got plenty of paper towel underneath you.
When I grab and it rips and I have to go back, I get so mad. It's
and
so
you have a little piece stuck to your thumb.
Yeah. Or you rip and it's just like a little short thing left there, and you got to go try and grab it.
Can we go further? Yeah. Can we go further into bathroom frustration and the toilet paper dispensers that are? And this might be because I'm tall. The ones that are like they're mashed up next to the toilet and they're like they're at shin level, ankle level.
Yeah,
like
I'm with you.
Why am I bending all the way over?
You can't.
Why isn't it like right here?
You can't see where the you got to spin it to try to find the fucking.
Put it at shoulder level. I mean, comfy. I can just roll it just like this. Why am I?
And it's always one. It's always one ply. Always one ply.
Always. That's why road games suck. You're always playing with one ply.
Yeah, there's nothing better than shitting at the house.
Trav's probably got a lot of road games.
Home turf is undefeated when it comes to this.
I'm like the Vikings. I play 2 overseas games a year. It's bad.
Yeah, I agree. They do put those in the worst positions.
Yeah.
We gotta get some automatic toilet paper dispensers.
Ooh.
Oh God.
They should do one where it's like air that blows up and you just like grab it as it.
Or let's just get bidets everywhere.
Dude, I want a bidet so bad. I just have not pulled the trigger.
Have you guys?
If I would have known that,
I've never used one. Never used one.
You've never used one? Have you? Have you guys all? No. Creative, you ever used one? You guys have never used one?
No.
I've used one. You got to understand. Mo Base's house out in California.
Oh, okay.
But touchdown Indiana 28-7. The bidet, the one thing about the bidet, the first time you use it, and I got a heads up on it, thankfully, but they're the ones that you got to understand the power. That thing can blast you. But I think it's a logical move. Like, I think the bidets should be normalized.
The thing that convinced me, I don't know if it was an ad or something else. It was like,
I probably know what you're talking about.
The paper towel. It's like, all right, clean up that mess with the paper towel. Did you get it all? No. So spray it. Now you got it all. Same concept to your ass. Just because you wipe it with dry paper towel doesn't mean it's clean.
A little more visual for all the visual fans out there. I saw one on, I think it was on TikTok, but it was basically like somebody put Nutella on their hand like this. and then they wiped it, and then it was like, in the crevices. And I was like, then it just built this picture in my head. I'm like, oh God, Today we're cleaning that thing up. So 2026, let's have.
Come on, Amazon, let's go. Come on, Amazon, get some cheap bidets here.
2026, the year of the clean butthole.
We don't need new plumbing for this.
But yeah, paper
you
towel.
can buy them with them built in now. That's the thing. To replace a toilet would be a massive hassle on my end. So it's just like
they're not that hard, geese.
I don't want to do the attachment. I feel like that's cheap.
I
feel like the attachment's cheap.
One day at work for a lifetime of cleanliness. I think it's a good.
Yeah, just one little spray, cheap or not, get you.
Yeah, it's a good move. But gear to grind, paper towel dispensers that don't give you enough paper towels.
That's great gear. I think it's grinding on all of us.
Yeah.
I feel for you, Trav. Yeah, the road games that you're probably playing
they don't
crazy.
They don't have bidets and porta potties.
His truck stops. Trav's sitting there battling one ply.
Technically, they do. If the blue goop at the bottom's deep enough, it'll hit you.
Oh,
it'll hit you.
God!
You know what they call that? You know what they call that, boys? The Smurf's kiss.
Papa Smurf.
Yeah. Mine's pretty simple. When you leave, like you're at work or somewhere that you're there for a long time, you're leaving for lunch, you're coming back, or quick trip. when you pull out your parking spot and someone drives right past you and takes your parking spot as you're leaving, I fucking hate it. I'm like territorial about my parking spots. So it's like I park in the same spot every single day.
Oh, I thought. Yeah.
And then I leave, and as you leave, someone comes in. Like you leave and no one's there. You're like, hey, I might be able to make it back and get my spot back because I park right in front, close to the building. And then when they're right there, it's just like, God damn it! I know I'm gonna have to go find a parking spot when I come back. It just happened to me this week, and I was like,
I think
off.
parking spots in general, just people parking, has been ass lately. I don't know what it is. For us, it's just the snow, and I'm sure you guys see it too every once in a while. But when you're back, when people back into a spot, love when people back in, but they're at a 45.
I hate people
like the nose of your
in.
car. I can't. It's just
I hate when people back in, dude. I can't stand it.
You don't like.
I also hate.
In?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
It's a truck thing.
Because to your point, they kind of suck. Dualies,
I hate it, but I know.
Absolute worst vehicle on the road for parking. I went to the grocery store last week and some dude took 4 spaces up, like relatively close. Fuck that guy.
No,
big ass dually truck.
They should. Nobody wants to park next to them, anyways.
If I had a beater car, I'd pin his door in. Like, fuck them. Can't stand it.
Hold on. Context. Were there 1,000 other parking spaces?
No, it was a busy Sunday morning at King Supers. So you're talking.
Was it a newer truck?
Trav, I do need to hear your gripe.
It was not.
Why is backing in with a truck so much more convenient? Because I always accepted it, and I was like, I don't want to like get pissed at him because I know like my buddy had one.
Well, think about being in a car. Think about being in a car, and you look back, you can see like where you're backing out to.
Mm-hmm.
In a long truck where you have to pull all the way forward to like figure out where you're at, you can't see behind you. So if you back in, I see left and right, and I know exactly where to pull out.
So what do you do with an
angled
parking spot
anymore?
Angle parking spot. You can back into an angle parking spot. Everybody's got cameras now.
Right.
But
so
then you have to like worry about pulling out, going the other way, like clipping someone, right?
It should be enough room.
Yeah. I'm team back in, but sometimes it does piss me off. But it's only like when I need to get somewhere. I'm just like, all right, come on, dude, let's go. Yeah. And they're doing it like 3 times.
I think, general rule of thumb, I think most newer truck or like bigger truck guys park in the back of the parking lot just for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
And or like to Geese's point, like there's times where I'll pull. I won't quad park, but I'll double park in 2 spots, so like nobody pulls in behind me. In the back of the parking lot when it's not busy.
It's like Geese rent a car for a month. Rent a truck. Not a car.
No. Not my vibe.
Not mine either, but I'm not going to complain about them.
I will. Fuck them.
Yeah, I especially trucks or SUVs that park in like the compact spots, like
that's ridiculous.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I actually had one backing in. It was like an Equinox today at the apartment. I was like, you don't need to back that thing in.
Yeah, I think we might be split here because I'm with Geese on this one. I'm not
until you
situational.
Yeah, until you drive constantly a big truck, like it's hard to like justify it in your head, like what the reason.
I understand what you're saying, and that makes sense to me. It's the people that do it in the compact spot or in the front.
Yeah. Well, then I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Which is like, I used to drive a truck. It's like, I don't care. Yeah.
Well, that gear changed pretty quick to truck drivers, but. Great, Trav, what do you got for us?
I had nothing. You gave me a gear to grind with the toilet paper and the paper towels, so.
Yeah,
I don't have anything either.
Well, we can get to good stuff then. You guys got Oscars?
Yep.
Oh, He's has one.
It's not me. It's not me this time. Just
Yeah.
No, not that. Just
simmer the expectations, boys. Simmer. My Oscar is going to go to God of War Ragnarok. Second installation of the God of War games. I watched Weapons on Tuesday because Brennan said he was watching Weapons on Tuesday so you could play Arc Raiders on Wednesday. So I did the same thing so I could play, and then he ghosted me. So I bought the game, God of War Ragnarok, and the intro alone.
Gear to grind Brendan.
Yeah. Run it back. The intro was just phenomenal. I played God of War and have been sitting on this one for a minute. And the whole intro, you're staring at the main character. You hit start, and then it just puts you right into the motherfucking game. No loading screen. Like, just seamless. And after I saw that, I was like, I'm locked in right now.
Oh, yeah.
Kratos.
Fucking great character. Great character.
There's something to be said about a good campaign type game, solo game.
Yeah. And like after I played the first one, I watched all the cutscenes from the original game. That was PlayStation 2, I think. So, like, dude, I got all the way updated on all that, like all the history and everything. And it seems like PlayStation is making more games accessible to PC. Like the Spider-Man games are on there now, God of War, like I'm sure there's more. But just being able to access all that you played maybe once or twice as a kid and then switch to Xbox to get those like PlayStation exclusives now without actually having to buy a PlayStation is phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
always wanted to play God of War, and the only reason I didn't is because I'm Team Xbox, so those games always look cool.
They're fucking awesome.
My Oscar's going to go to my new Nike Air Monarchs. The old man shoes. Pulled the trigger. Got a couple pair. Comfy.
Comfy pair of shoes.
They're comfy. I might
be right behind you.
Yeah, might have predated having kids with them, but at least I'll be prepared. They're so comfortable.
I had to look those up.
Dude.
Those are yeah.
You're getting old, Trev. Getting old.
I got a white with gold trim and like green inside for working out, and then I got like the gray with black trim for every day, and they're such comfortable shoes.
You should have got the all black ref shoes.
Right. That is a classic pair of shoes right there.
Yeah, Barso Big Cat swears by them too. Like, just rock them for no reason. Like, yep, sorry about it.
The really old man was the New Balances, but I feel like if you were an old gym teacher, you were rocking these guys.
Yeah.
The New Balances were some mowing shoes.
Yep.
Those are some mowing shoes. Get them green, don't matter. Wear them for years.
Yep.
You could probably do that with Monarchs too.
Oh, yeah. I'll be mowing in mine.
That's why I got two of them.
Yeah.
Lifetime.
What do you got?
They're cheap too. When do you get shoes that are under $100 nowadays?
Yeah,
That's the only shoes I buy.
Hey, dudes.
To be fair.
Hey, dudes. Yeah.
I don't spend over $100 on shoes.
Hey, dudes are under 100. That's a good shoe there.
Great shoe. Yo, who got it's like the boot version of those? Was that you, Trev?
Boot version
of the Hey Dudes?
Yeah.
I've only had the
boot version.
Yeah, they've gone a long way. They've got like tennis shoe style now too. They got boots, tennis shoes.
I think they're getting into like.
Well, the OGs ones, that's like a 6-month sentence. They're gone in 6 months for me.
And they're, as much as I love them, they're so bad for my feet.
Mm-hmm.
They're so bad for my feet, and I sound so old saying it. It's true though. I mean, flat, no support. It's not good for your feet.
Yeah,
you don't.
I usually kind of use them as a slip on.
Feel awesome in those.
I usually do like a slip on with them, and then they actually made a slip on version recently. I think.
I think yes, they feel great for the first month, and then it's wore. Then like once you're wore into it, I feel like they don't.
They look good too.
They make
until like the next month.
Mm-hmm. You can get a good insert for those too.
Yeah.
To make it a little bit more, but yeah, I agree. Great shoe though.
Yeah, check these out, Trev.
Indiana 35-7, by the way. Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that touchdown. It's a close game out there in Atlanta. Kurt, what do you got Oscar-wise for us?
I'll do it. Fuck it. Chicago Tavern Thin, actually, pizza.
Okay.
I actually made my own Tavern Thin pizza because Lindsay is now on the sourdough kick.
Ooh.
Has been fire. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do my own. I was like, I've kind of like, I made not a deep dish, but like almost like, if you guys have been to Old Chicago, it's kind of like a cast iron pan, deep-ish dish. It was good. I think this guy was on Chef Donnie, if you follow Barstool. And he came on and did like a Chicago Tavern Thin, and I was just sold. And I was like, I'm following that shit. And then I made it myself. And it actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but regardless, give me the pizza squares. Fuck out of here with your diamonds or triangles, whatever. Not diamonds, triangles. Give me the tavern slice.
So your Oscar goes
so
to
good.
Chicago before the Packers-Chicago football game. Very interesting choice. Very, very interesting.
You also brought a stat that you couldn't back up, so.
Good point.
Fuck the Packers. How about that?
Good point. You're talking. You're reminding
Tavern
me
style pizza, just monocles, whatever you want to call it. Which I'm sure monocles came from Chicago, if I had to guess. Like
you're reminding me of the old school Oliver's pizza back in the Heights.
I know what you're talking about, but I think I had it once, so I couldn't even like tell.
Had it.
I had it once. Yeah, no, I had it once, but I couldn't like.
They still do
recall it.
They still do the squares and tavern style, so I know what you're talking about.
Monocles. I mean, you can. It's honestly not too hard.
Didn't Dave give that monocles a good pizza score? Thought it was like
good, like better than what I thought. I thought he was going to throw it in the
like
dirt like he did with Emos.
Yeah, he did. He did give it a good one.
I think it was
he
like
did
a
Emos.
six,
I missed
six,
that one.
Yeah, it was during the Blues Stanley Cup run. I think he went to because what's his name, Riggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a St. Louis guy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to go to Emos, but
no, I'm just
getting that like burnt crust.
Are you I think Geese thinks you're talking about Emos in Peoria Heights.
I am, and when he said St. Louis, I knew that he was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't go to Emos
like,
for the Coney fucking hot dog. He's a pizza guy.
Yeah.
But he did rate monocles though. Decent, but very good pizza.
My Oscar this week goes to Ben Johnson, head coach of the Chicago Bears, for free bulletin board material that he likes to hand out. I'm getting sick of this guy talking. Last week after the Bears lost playing their starters when they needed to win to get the 2 seed. Now, granted, we played our backups and also lost. Ben Johnson in his post-game interview talked about we play our starters to win football games. We don't rest our guys. Taking shots at Green Bay and Philly, it felt like.
I think it's more Philly than us.
Yeah, and free bulletin board material will always welcome it. Don't know why we're talking like that after playing your guys that when you in the game you knew what you had to do to get the 2 seed. You played your starters at home and you lost. So Ben Johnson taking shots at teams that rested their starters and losing for playing the starters.
What was the question that he answered that to?
Don't know. This is all out of context for playing starters. But yeah, I don't know why he probably got asked a question about the Eagles, but
I would imagine.
So he's probably not even taking shots at you. You're just taking it that way.
Bulletin board.
You played your starters to win the game.
I mean, it was literally it was pointed to someone.
Yeah.
It's the question was it pointed to Crit? Or is it pointed at Brendan?
Yeah.
Probably correct.
And the answer is both.
It's probably
It's both because it's out of context in Brendan's
Yeah.
world, and you can put it anywhere. That's the best part about it.
I took it personal.
We play football around here, is what he said. Like, no, you don't. Not lately.
We needed the Bears to lose, and we needed to win to get the 2 seed. So it was like, we're not really in control here. They were in control of winning their game, and they didn't. So shout out to Ben for that comment and losing.
Didn't need to.
Game. So my Oscar goes to free bulletin board material, Chicago head coach Ben Johnson. Hope you guys win. Would love that game again. I didn't see a movie. Trev, I know you mentioned watching movies. I did not go to the Scream Unseen. I will say, Geese, and this might be something that you have interest in. AMC Screen Unseen PG-13, January 19th on Martin Luther King Day is the first time I've ever seen, and I already got my ticket as soon as I saw the Reddit. I get Reddit updates from the Screen Unseen stuff because I go to the page all the time when I don't go to see what the movie is. The 19th on Monday, which I do have off work, which is nice, but this is a night movie. First time I've seen a movie that was a Screen Unseen that will be in IMAX 3D.
Hey.
So asked my wife to go. She's like, well, what's coming out in IMAX 3D? I'm like, not going to look.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it's not much.
Unseen.
So.
It's unseen. Why would you know?
And it's like, there's probably not many. So if I look it up,
Right.
I'm going to have a pretty small sample size of what it could be. So first 3D and an IMAX, expecting something cool. I don't know. I'm going.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But didn't see anything in theater this week.
I do just want to confirm that Ben Johnson did take shots at both Eagles and Packers with that quote. So
that's what I thought.
I got the context there, and
it was a shot.
Yeah,
I respect him for it, but I don't throw
that was
fucking
a blanket statement and at any team who rested their starter that was targeted.
Yeah, it was.
All week, back to back nights, we watched each, and Geese, you'll appreciate this, each of the Knives Out movies.
Ooh,
very long movies, worth every minute. Put your phone down, pick up the popcorn, pay attention.
They're fun, man. They're just
fun. Pay attention. Do not, like I was saying, put your phone down, see what's going on, try your best to stick along with it, and then at the end, just enjoy the show.
Are they all on Netflix or?
Nope, first one's on Prime.
Yeah, we talked about this the last time because of the ownership rights of everything. Yep. So
and the
2 and 3 are on Netflix.
2 and 3 Netflix.
Okay.
Long.
How would you rank them?
The newest one's probably the best. For sure. I think they get better. I would go 3-2-1.
See, I go 1-3-2. I thought the second one was. The first one is your introductory to him and everything.
Yeah.
And it actually had a pretty solid cast. And then the next one, I mean, they all do. Don't get me wrong. They all have solid. The second one I just felt was like the weakest, just story-wise. So I love them. It doesn't really matter to me. I was just curious.
The newest one, I think, and I don't think the cool thing is you don't really need to. I don't think you need to watch them in order. Really?
No.
You kind of don't really because they don't really.
I think you just need to watch the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, just so you know what it's about.
And Brendan, you guys haven't watched any of them, yeah?
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, I think that would be.
I've seen one of them. Yeah,
it's good. It'd be great to like Geese when you mentioned it. I think a few pods ago, you're like, God, each of these could have their own pod. It's like, yeah, there'd be plenty. It'd be probably a 3-hour podcast.
And see, I thought it was like 1, 2, and then 3 was just so well put together that it's like on the rise again.
Yeah. Most of our podcasts do have just one movie, so that would make sense that each of them would deserve their own podcast.
Very true. Podcast length is probably what I should have said. Like intro type, length, but very good. Enjoyed every minute of it. Highly recommend.
Yeah, I'll have to watch those. Someone at work was talking about those this week, and I'm aware of them. I just haven't watched them yet. So
good acting, good casting.
Yeah. Well, it's great to see him in that role from his legacy as James Bond, and it's just like polar opposites. Like it feels like he's having like this is something he wants to do. He's having fun doing it, whereas there's an expectation when you're James Bond.
For sure.
And what, he had 4 movies as Bond? It's a pretty solid run.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Something like that.
Well, I guess that would bring us into episode 3 of our Best of 2025, where the wheel told us we were watching Weapons, a 2025 horror mystery. Currently shortlisted for only 1 Oscar. It would be under the Best Casting category. 1 Oscar on the list that I saw, the 12 shortlists. It was on Best Casting. Still don't know all the nominations officially, all the other awards that they've got. But currently on for Best Casting. Trav, I know that you had just watched this recently, and then you watched it again right before the show. Haven't got a chance to talk to us about it. Excited to jump into this one. I hadn't seen it since theaters, so watched it again myself.
Oh, that's not true.
Tell us a little bit about the movie and dive right into it.
Yeah, what a cool I think we've been diving into cool concept movies recently too, and coming off of Knives Out, it's the same kind of vibe of just like you got to pay attention. You kind of get that vibe right away, like what's going on. You gotta get it going on. But almost a full class of kids goes missing, and I remember when this trailer came out. I think when we were doing the early pods, we're like, this movie is it. We have to go see this movie. Didn't go see it in theaters, but finally got around to seeing it and did not disappoint. We go into these kids missing. We try to figure it out. You go character by character on their timeline, and very, very good play-by-play, very good puzzle piece put together throughout the movie, and at the end, the climax of figuring it all out and just the epitome of a cool ending of a horror / thriller movie is this one, is Weapons. So I really liked it. Watching it the second time, you get a couple. You don't really gain too much more the second time. I feel like they did a really good job kind of going through the whole movie and you learning everything you need to learn as you watch it so you can remember it. So going through the second time, just watching it recently, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But I'm curious to see what you guys think of not watching it since theaters. So, Geese, what do you got?
Since, watching it since theaters, I think I didn't like the ending originally. I thought it was a left turn. I still don't like it, but the dislike is definitely toned down a little bit. The reasoning behind that is they set up this mystery this entire movie, and then it feels like they didn't know how to end it, so they made it like this type of like comedy scene. Like people laughed in the theater when I was there and everything. It's just like a shock tone shift. And it felt like that's because they didn't know how to end it or where they're going. I don't know. Absolutely love movies that do the split timelines of individual characters and then they all converge. Some movies do it, they all converge at once. This one does it in separate storylines and then they all kind of interconnect. The mystery part of this is fantastic. The acting is amazing and everything. Jump scares are great. It is a great movie. I just feel like it falls apart at the end.
Can I jump in real quick by the storylines where they jump from one to the other and they kind of converge? I think it was House of Dynamite. Have any of you guys seen that on? I think it was Netflix with Idris Elba and some other guys. It was kind of the same thing, and I had seen this movie and I loved it. I saw that movie and I did not like it, and I saw this movie a second time, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm a hypocrite," because I was complaining about House of Dynamite going from here to here and here on a Zoom call, and it's all the same thing. And this movie did do it a little bit different. Like the House of Dynamite movie might have gone a little bit too in depth. Like it went to, like, you would watch one story and then you'd watch the same 3/4 of the story all over again. Whereas this one, you watched maybe a quarter of each person's story all over again. So like, it's like, man, I'm a hypocrite again.
Yeah, but to
a little
your
bit,
point,
but at the same time, like this one kind of did a good job of keeping the story. Like, yeah, you're seeing two sides of the same story, but they're merging together pretty well.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Is that instead of like re-watching the same scene in order to like make it connected, this is more quick interaction,
kind
and
of cuts off, and then here's a continuation, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I was like, oh no! Like when I saw it, the first scene cut, I was like, oh god.
I'm sure I have seen a movie like this, like in the same kind of shoot sense, but I think this is one of the coolest movies I've ever watched, like because of the way they tell the story. The time jumps of each character where you get to the point and then you go to a new character, you go backwards, you have some sort of interaction where you realize that's where we're at, or that's where we were at, and we got there. And then each time they do it, it kind of is a little bit shorter, to Chris's point, and then it takes you a little bit further in the day or the week, whatever, the timeline isn't too shared, but like where these things are happening in these lives, it's like you get the backwards jump, you get to the point of where you were from a different perspective, and then you carry it on a little further before we get to a new character. I think that it was genius the way this movie was played out, the way they told the story, the plot played. The second time watching it, I don't see this movie as a horror movie. I think we talked about this with Roofman and the comedy tag they slipped on it. I think this is more of a thriller mystery than it is a horror mystery.
Yep.
Again, these are Google's tags, so I don't know what the official tag. I know this is listed as one of the best, best horrors of 2025. I don't think this is really that much of a horror movie. I know there's gore. I know we've got killings and whatnot, but like to me, it's not necessarily a horror movie. And I didn't dislike the ending as much as I did in theaters. I felt the same way, like the laughing. It's like I'm not looking for that in a horror, so this is nitpicky. Like for me, I gave this movie a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I knew it wasn't a 5, teetered on the line of 4.5, and we ended up on a 4. So the director comes from a sketch comedy background. So he also directed Barbarian. Now this one, I think he's very good. Barbarian was great. Weapons is good. But the sketch comedy background, I think, is where you see some of the goofiness and the ending of it being, comedic, and like having that relief in it. I don't love that in a horror movie to be, if I was going to rank a horror movie 5 out of 5 for me, or 4.5, 5, I don't need that. So that's kind of where for myself it falls short. But in terms of the movie itself and the way that it plays out, the plot, the stories, the character jumps, time lapses, like I can't think of another movie. Like Crit just said, there's the House of Dynamite's very similar, but I can't think. I'm sure I've seen one that's played out the way that this one played out.
I don't think I've seen one either like it, and I don't think this movie makes sense any other way. You know what I mean? Like it'd be a whole different movie and a whole different vibe if you had that point of view of something else, or just first person. Like if it was only from the teacher's point of view, or only from the aunt's point of view, or whatever it may be. But I was thinking this before we got in, and Geese, I'm gonna have to have you stop breathing in your mic.
I know, dude. It's killing me.
It's loud.
What? Just
breathing.
We talked in the chat that you never.
I know I'm muted.
Look at
me.
I was not looking at the chat.
You're good. But going into like each character and how it plays out, I wanted to, if we want to do it now or in the middle of the pod, rank like what our favorite two timelines, like people's timelines. I know I have my two, but wanted to see if you guys kind of lined up the same way.
Yeah, I think that.
Let's hear them. Let's just do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know we're kind of going character to character here just because that's how the movie plays out, so we could do it now or do it at the end. But...
I'll start with my two and then see if you guys can align. But the one that really stuck out to me rewatching was the druggie, James. Loved his. And his acting was so good. Like, just playing a tweaker, like, on the phone, like, trying to get money. And even the first time you see him, he's like, hey, you got to see my... need to save it for a bus ticket to see my brother. You got any spare change? Nope. Okay, thanks. Like,
and then again, right as she comes out.
Yeah, does the same thing. But his whole timeline's great.
I didn't even realize that was him until right now.
Yep.
I didn't realize he was until the second time I watched it. I was like, I didn't realize he was like that involved until basically his scene.
Yep. So his was really good to me. I just liked how it played out and his acting, and it's so realistic. Like I can see that guy existing and this happening to him. Not only just being a druggie and trying to go to the pawn shop and pawn some money, go get some more drugs, or trying to just get some cash any way you can. But then the principal, Marcus, that timeline is.
It's quick.
It's insane. It's insane from start to end. His ending, I think, is the craziest by far.
Yeah, I think the two most important to the movie are James, for sure, and I think James is like the curveball that you just really don't see coming. You're like, it says James, you're like, who the fuck is James?
Yeah,
like you've gone through this movie, we've seen pretty much everybody else so far that gets their own kind of, siloed perspective. James, I didn't know that was him until now. That's pretty cool. I didn't really realize that was him outside the liquor store.
Yep.
But the other one is Alex. Like Alex's perspective gives you everything you need to know.
Yep.
Why is this movie like? Why are we watching this? How did this all come to be? Like Alex's brings the whole thing home. So him being last makes a ton of sense. And I think to your earlier point of like you couldn't have shown this movie any other way. I think it's because it's such a complex. It would have been such a complex plot.
Way longer movie.
If it was the same length, you wouldn't have been able to get the same feel from the movie.
Nope.
So yeah, I think it was just so in depth, and there's so many moving parts of just important information that you're missing. And then you get to move on to the next person. You gain some more knowledge, and then they wrapping it up with Alex. I'd say James and Alex are the top two perspectives to really get you from point A to point B.
See, mine's Josh Brolin. I liked he's figuring it out. Yeah, Archer. Sorry, Archer and James are my favorite. Archer, he's all messed up from his kid, and you see like him struggling, and then he tries to figure it out, and he's like laying out the sight lines and everything. Gave me like kind of Goonie vibes a little bit. I love Goonies. Yep, he was. Just love Josh Brolin. So those two characters were
also in Knives Out, most recent.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we kicked things off with Justine, who we didn't mention, and I don't think you need to because she is the main character, So it's like, obviously she's first. Let's set the tone for the movie. My first note on Justine's perspective, and she's got the longest one, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Booze made sense. Going to the liquor store made a ton of sense for her. I mean, she's getting just dogged by Archer, the community. Everybody thinks she's involved. The cops are like, dude, she's not.
Well, and I think the movie, it does, but it doesn't kind of show the severity of the situation she's in.
Yeah.
Like at that school meeting, yes, like that does show like the pressure she's feeling and whatever, but she doesn't know where these kids went. She doesn't know. Nor will she know until, 30 plus days later. So, yes, like you're saying, booze makes sense, and her to act any bit normal is also crazy,
I feel like she could have like getting into like criticisms is that whole school board meeting. I feel like you would defend yourself. Be like, how many of you guys have outdoor cameras? Did you see them run away by themselves? It's like, how can you blame me when you have evidence to your own eyes that
that's just
they just ran out of there?
Yeah,
you don't want to have that.
Exactly.
True. I mean, again,
She also probably couldn't have driven to the liquor store right after said meeting too.
Right.
I think that's where she went after that.
I don't think there's anything you can say, and I know none of us have kids.
And she did mention that. There's nothing I can say that's going to make you feel any better.
Yeah, because no matter what, they were all going to be blaming her. Like, no matter how much she defended herself or how much you got to the point where all the evidence proved her not to be guilty, like, you're blaming somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
And the common enemy for all these parents was her. So, it's like you're in a dangerous spot. People are going to be coming after you. I think locking yourself at home is the only, and she probably in reality would have needed to go into some sort of police protection system.
Yeah.
And now granted it's a small town and whatever, but like she was public enemy number one.
Oh,
because there's nobody else to blame. So you can defend yourself till you're blue in the face, and there
blame
Alex.
Yeah,
yeah.
Kids named
Alex. That would have
Blame.
solved a lot of problems pretty early.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing that the movie does a good job of is like why, and you don't see it till later, but it's like why are we not looking at this kid's house? Like what is his parents doing? And then they answered all those questions for you, the reasons why, but. That was kind of like the first thought is like she's getting hammered, but the only other common denominator is Alex. So why are we not like when are we going to get to the point where we're investigating this family? Because they weren't showing that. They did. They didn't really miss any details, but like they leave you hanging for a while. Like this woman is just getting battered, and the only other person that could have anything to do with it, he's a kid, but he's got parents, he's got a family, like. We come to find out his house is fucking boarded up, like, abandoned. So, why are we not looking into this more? So, yeah, I think she's definitely, like, in the worst possible position to be. She's going to get the heat, and every single piece of evidence that could have proven her innocent, none of them were going to have it until they got somebody else to blame.
Yeah. Credit to her, too, for getting a little piece of ass in the meantime.
Yeah, hits up Paul, our guy Paul, the cop. After her house gets ding dong ditched, knock on the door, finds out, witch written on her car, police report, and then she gets that wave to Paul. Which again, first time watching it, doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Obviously, there's some sort of connection, but you don't really know what it is. And then she calls him up or texts him to meet her at the bar. He gets a Coke. He's obviously, we come to find out, got some booze and problems. I think he had a couple that night. I think I'd say he ended up hopping on the old horse.
Put a little something in that Coke.
Yeah. I think that Coke didn't last too long, and we ended up moving over to the hard stuff because we don't know it yet, but the next morning they are together. They are together.
So Wikipedia says they were ex-boyfriend girlfriend. Did they state that in the movie?
No, but I mean,
okay.
They
know each other, but
this isn't the first time they've gotten together.
Right. No, I think
what was that song that she started playing? I'd kill somebody. Like I'm hungover, and she's sitting there with a phone playing music. jam.
To
it.
wake your ass up.
Like waking up, yeah.
Like I've already committed a sin. Don't
him
rub
a
it
favor,
in.
though. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy's a cop. He's got to go.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Buddy.
Maybe something else.
I got what I wanted. Now I'm going to help you out, buddy. You gotta wake up and get the hell out of here because you're going to get.
I got
fired.
shit to do today.
Yeah, she's good.
I got kids to follow. You know.
Yeah.
Let's get the show on the road. I got to go see what Alex is doing.
I gotta go follow kids down the street.
Yeah, I got what I wanted out of
Yeah.
this. Now. You need to get the hell out of here and go be a police officer. And she's not happy with the investigation process, and I wouldn't be either. If I was in her shoes and I'm the one taking all the heat, like, you guys got to find something.
The classic line from that scene where she's dropping him off at the bar or whatever to pick up his vehicle. That she's asking him, you know, how's it going and whatever, and she's obviously not liking his answer. Kicks him out. Suck my dick. Whenever any female says that, hilarious.
Every
There's
time.
a little bit of comedic relief in the middle of the movie too, but that is hilarious.
But she's like dead serious, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but I agree, it is very funny every time.
Yeah.
Catches you off guard. And I don't know, and I think I like Julia Garner, one of the two.
Julia?
Julia Garner. I didn't know if it was Julie or Julia.
Oh, yeah.
Julia. She's in Ozark. If you haven't seen it, her delivery on like lines is just awesome. Like, she's just multiple times in Ozark just screaming at the top of her line. Like, just she's very good.
She's also Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie.
Huh.
So
that one seems a little more PG friendly than the other.
Yeah, but in terms of scale, like,
Yeah,
her
Julia.
trajectory since Ozarks has just been straight up.
Yeah, she's good. She's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, follows the school bus to try to hawk Alex down, and like doesn't at this point, but walks up to the house to start trying to talk to the parents. And at that point is when you've got the newspapers all over the windows. No one's answering the freaking.
How can you not follow up as the cops? Like, you see that as a police officer, and you're not just gonna, hey, we'd like to check in, because she can't pull that same trick twice.
Oh, and I think they, well, she kind of did, because she got the detectives and them to come in, and then later on, Paul does go to the house, and she pulls off another one.
Well,
she
Paul
did
doesn't
technically
leave the house that time.
Yeah, but he got Paul.
He got
Paul.
Right.
So, like, she did get him twice. But I think they addressed that too, of like, because she goes to the cops and says this place is boarded up, or maybe it's Archer.
She goes to the principal.
Yeah.
And
she calls the principal, and he's in the store, I think, right?
Yep.
He's like, no, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I will meet with them in person. And
Yeah,
then we
because
get introduced to
the defense. The defense was
Gladys.
defense was they are probably boarding up the windows because they're also receiving hate because their son is still here.
Justifiable. Yep.
So like they did at least defend that point, because I was thinking the same thing. But yeah, when Justine looks through the crack in there and that's just people just sitting there still.
Watching it the first time, that's a good jump scare right there.
And
Like,
like
the first time she looks through, there's nothing there. You're like, oh, okay.
And then gets back up and like after she falls, looks again, and they're just not moving.
Ooh.
Like just
Why would you look
completely-
again?
Well, because I mean something's off.
to confirm, like,
I ain't confirming
is that what I
I'm
saw?
out. I am out.
She's also again public enemy number one. So like, what the hell is going on in here?
Yeah. Oof. I ain't looking again. I got what I needed to see.
Running.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not, first off, I'm not looking through the little crack of the window. I ain't doing that. I'm knocking on the door.
James did.
I'm knocking on the door, taking 10 steps back and seeing what happens.
Boom.
Yeah. Nobody answering is weird.
You guys telling me you'd look through that crack of the window in the backyard?
Yeah, I think so.
I would have never made it to the backyard.
Dude,
I
think,
would have
like,
looked through, tried to find a crack in the front, and if not, I'm out. Like,
It's tough. It's tough because she's not she's not in any legal trouble. The cops have pretty much cleared her.
Yeah.
But like the community is, Archer essentially is the one that they showcase, but the community's in her ass.
Yeah.
And she was interested in Alex and wasn't able to talk to him. Marcus was like, you can't talk to him. So like she's trying to get something to go off of here of like what the hell is going on. So I think if the shit's boarded up, you've watched Alex walk in the house, like you're a teacher, you care about these kids. Maybe like you think he's got something wrong, like his parents are treating him some type of way.
I'm not going in the backyard and looking through the crack.
I'm not going in the backyard.
I'm knocking on the door. I'm pounding on the door until somebody shows up. And then if nobody shows up, especially after Alex walks in there, then we have a problem.
Right.
Then you're probably
I feel like you have a better excuse to call the cops and get them involved as well.
Yeah, I would agree. I think calling the police would probably be the better move.
Yeah.
And you can only do that if you're doing like a wellness check and their house looks like dog shit from the outside. Like,
well, and because the flip side of it is if somebody sees her, you're in deeper water.
She's deep shit if she gets caught in the back.
Yeah.
Job gone. Investigation and all eyes on you. Community's gonna fucking kill you. I mean, taking big risks.
Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, I agree. I think you're knocking on the door until somebody answers, or you call the police. Like, probably don't need to be creeping around because she's already under the biggest scope of anybody. But yeah, and then awesome film job when she goes back to the liquor store, and you kind of just see the woman fall on her. And like I think in the theaters, I even kind of thought like the first time you see it, maybe not. The second time you see her, you're like, okay, this woman's falling her. And then she knocks her ass down and was like, "You fucked him," like like she's like, "No." It's like Donna's a big girl.
You said you were broken up. It's like trying to deny. Okay.
She
told me you guys
pouring booze on her too. Just there you go. There,
Donna looked like a woman you don't want to fuck around with.
Yeah, Justine did not want that smoke.
She got put down fast.
Back to your point of like well shot. Like I love when cameras, like camera angles, like make you look where they want you to look, but it's also not like directly at them. You know what I mean? Like the peripherals are perfect.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the first time she went to the liquor store, we're behind her, following her through the aisles. The second time we're in front of her, so you get that perspective. So it's the same type of shot from the different angle, and Donna's coming in hot, puts her down,
coming in hot.
And then we have her dream of being back into the school, and walks in her classroom. All the kids are there with their heads down. Very eerie scene. And only Alex pops his head up with the kind of clown face type ordeal with the big lipstick. And she wakes up and you're like, oh God,
Well, isn't that the witch Gladys's face?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then she wakes up and you're like, okay, just a dream. And then like second dream, witch is on the ceiling. Like, holy shit. Like, that one gets you. They do the false the false summit there, and then they ramp it right back up, and Gladys is on the ceiling. But Justine's profile, I think it was the longest one because she was the main character. We needed to get the scope of the story, but after that, she gets to she actually does approach Alex. I have to go, don't follow me, screaming at her, freaking out. And maybe one of the creepiest parts of the movie is when she falls asleep in her car, posted up outside.
The door opens, and you're like, oh, shit. You're just like,
dead.
What's happening? Yeah, you definitely thought she was going to die. I don't know why. A lot of my, like, critiques of the movie is that, a lot of things have to happen just right to move the story along. She could have killed her in that car immediately. You didn't have to cut the hair. It's like you already kidnapped like 17 kids and you kill people later in the movie, but you let her run around, do her own shit when you have her there.
You can't do it without her hair or whatever she has.
Right.
Like, you have to have her hair for that to happen.
Oh, you're right.
She could have slit her throat.
No, but I think you have to have
No,
the
but
hair
you
in order to
in order
attack.
for that spell, that witchcraft to happen, like, you have to have something that belongs to her.
Right, but I think the way I was reading what Alex said was like she could have just slit her throat in the car and she was not a problem anymore.
Right, and what Critter
spell
is saying
she's
is
under
that
is not
you
that.
have to have, exactly. You have. To
I
have the hair in
understand
order
why
to
she
do
cut
that.
her hair. I just thought you meant she could have just offed her right there, which she very well could have. But the way I was thinking was she keeps herself clean from any sort of signs pointed at her if she's never at the scene of the crime. So getting her hair and eventually having control over her, like, that's what her goal was. If she slits her throat and kills her, she's in her car there, that whole vicinity of area is going to be hounded by cops
Was
and
it Alex's
investigation.
mom that walked by her and then came out and cut her hair?
Yes. It was
yeah.
Alex's mom that came out.
Yeah.
Right, but then, but before that, walking by her, was that Alex's mom? It didn't
look like her because her hair was so long.
No,
And
I
where
don't
is she
think
coming
so.
from?
Yeah, that wasn't her mom, but I didn't ever see that person leave the house either.
Yeah.
That part was weird because I don't know who that lady was. And maybe it was one of their friends and she got her ass and, like, that's who came out and cut the hair and, like, she was just never seen again. She was just a pawn in the game.
I don't
No,
think
that was Alex's mom, wasn't it? That came out and cut her
the
hair.
hair was way longer than what Alex's mom's hair was, I thought.
Yeah,
I
but
thought that
it
was
was
Alex's
blonde, and it
We
was
might need to
all
do a
in
scene
contorts.
review. We might need to do a scene review on right now because I was watching.
You know what?
45 minutes ago, going like, wait a minute.
Maybe I'm remembering Alex's mom's hair being shorter, but I don't think it was.
It was blonde, nonetheless,
And it was straighter.
all.
It was straighter. It wasn't curly.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it
I don't
was
know.
curly because it was over her head,
Yeah.
like all over the damn place. Like,
It makes sense that it should be her mom, but where is she coming from? And it doesn't look like her when she walks by. What's her face's car and goes in.
The only defense to that I think the movie would have is that we don't know. I guess we did already see Alex's mom through Justine's perspective being kind of just lifeless.
Mm-hmm.
So her driving a car doesn't make a ton of sense.
Right.
But it makes the most sense for that to be her. How she was doing that, I don't know.
If we can get a still shot, we don't need to obviously put it on the pod. I need to see that.
literally, I'll hunt for it. You guys keep talking. Okay. I think I found something because it's like, who cut her hair is like the title of this clip. So
okay.
You guys keep talking. I'll find something.
I was looking for it too.
I would imagine it is, but it just didn't look like it, and it didn't seem right when I was watching it just a little bit ago. Needed to bring that up.
Yeah, I watching it again, I also had the same thought of like when she walked in the house, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought whoever. But then that same lady coming back out, it's like I never really put thought into who it was, but I knew that I did not think the woman walking in was his mom by any means.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
and that
right by her car.
Yeah, I didn't think that. So
because the other thing is when they're under the spell, I feel like for the most part they're running, like they're getting right to the point and then back. They're not.
So the lady walking out of the house, you thought was the mom?
Yeah,
like guaranteed. It's after the hair's cut.
After the hair's cut?
No, the part we're talking about, that when Justine's camped outside, somebody walks in today.
Yeah, so she's sitting there, right? And then somebody walks by her car like almost like a zombie and walks right into the house, and that's what makes her kind of like sit up, go, oh shit, okay. You know, puts the booze in her cup and like really focus on what's going on.
Okay, we're on the wrong
Nobody
scene
comes
then.
out.
Yeah.
Until she's sleeping
Maybe.
passed out.
No, you're good.
Yeah. But that is where Justine's kind of story comes to a close for this part. And then we move into our boy Archer, who's on a mission. He's the dad that's not having it with the cops. He's not having it with the investigation. He's not having it with Christine. We got to find something. His life's in quite a big of a whirlwind. You can see with his marriage, kind of seems like he's sleeping in his kid's bed. Wife comes in, I'm going to work, leaves. Like his life,
he's taking it hard.
It's in shambles. It feels like. And then I always wrote down, I think for the most part, all the interactions. Like, at what point in this new perspective do we get to the point where these people interacted? Now, this one kind of happens early because it goes back to the conference.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're leaving, we're following his perspective from afar, hopping in his truck and following Christine out to the liquor store. Because you do see that truck when she leaves the liquor store at the beginning. And obviously, the second time watching it, the truck's everything that they see. The first time you watch it, you don't understand the importance of the relation that it's going to have later on. But yeah, he follows her out. One of the things I don't think I realized the first time I watched it, because in his storyline, he finally goes to work. Appears to be kind of a project manager in the construction business.
I think he's the owner.
He is the owner of like residential, I think, or something like that.
Anyways, regardless,
didn't put the order in. Ordered the wrong paint, and all that stuff. And then like you get to the perspective of him of like when he leaves that scene, and you see the red paint in the back of the truck, you realize he wrote witch on her car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I picked up on that the first time.
Yep, I picked on it after, I forget, after a piece of Archer's story. I picked up on it, knowing that yes, the red paint had to do with it. But man, I can only imagine how he was feeling.
All right, gents, I got it right here.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
It's weird that not more of the parents were freaking out like him. Like him being the only one that was really diving in and trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you would think that like they would have all collaborated on their film and everything. Like families are just hoarding like
with
the
door
footage
cams.
of all.
Come on.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, that is not.
We're back.
That is not.
So, dude, it's not. Yeah, so it's not the mom.
No,
that
Shout
is
out,
somebody
Geese.
else.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that part doesn't make any sense. But
well, where does that lady go? Because it doesn't show her going into the house.
I thought it did.
Yeah, I thought it did
No,
too.
it just shows them walk by, and then
And
this
then
might go
what
on
I
a
was
little too
showing
long,
you,
but I
was
do
about
want
to show.
I want to see who walks out of the house.
It's the mom.
Right.
I think
that's
The crazy
I think
ass
the
hair.
person walking by the car has nothing to do with it, and it just put her to attention to cover up that she's drinking. I don't think they went into the house. Now that we're watching it, but I do think that this is his
this
mom.
scene is insane.
For people
You thought she
listening-
was toast.
For
Yeah.
people listening, we are watching the lady come out to cut.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's
that's
the
the
mom.
mom.
Yeah, so maybe we just Mandela effect put that woman walking into the house.
Yeah,
Because I thought the same thing.
and
I'm like,
I just watched the movie like literally the last couple hours.
yeah.
But I thought the same thing when I watched it the first time. Like
I didn't even notice
thought it
that
was
lady.
It's a good
like-
effect.
yeah,
Yeah. Good. Good eyes. Because I didn't see that
they
twice.
probably didn't even try to do that. They were probably
Didn't even
just trying
think
to get
about
her-
it.
Probably
Yeah.
trying to get her to like.
So you just walk by the car and
attention.
wake up a drunk.
Yeah,
That was probably
Yeah,
just an
right.
extra when they were filming. They kept it in, just kept it in.
Like,
The
oh,
film.
that works.
This will fuck with them.
Yeah. Second dream, Archer dreaming about his son leaving, following him. Finds him in the bed, talking to him, crying, doesn't tell him he loves him enough, and then we get the witch again. That part will get you as well.
Oh, she's just so ugly.
Well, let's go back into what happened while he was kind of having the out of body dream. He runs in the same direction through the bushes and looks above that house, and you literally have a rifle with 217 on it above the house, which is it was really weird to look at the first time you're watching it, but obviously it makes sense.
Well,
I don't get it. Somebody film me.
You have to look it up. So the director doesn't really have a reason for it being in there, and it's supposed to be ambiguous. The theme of the film is basically a take on school shootings and how people deal, like, even though it's over, you're still dealing with it. It's about processing those emotions, things like that. Also has to deal with like alcoholism, which I believe the director has dealt with in the past. And so I think he just threw it in there to give it a direct connection. The 217, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it relates to something outside of the film, and it's escaping me now. But
well, the
that's the
217
callback.
a.m. The 217 a.m. being a specific number makes sense to
Yeah,
be something else,
the 2:17 a.m. when all the kids run, and then that is actual to mint. It's derived from something else, and I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
But that's the context of that. It really doesn't. Outside of that, it's pointless.
Okay, because I
think it's kind of weird. I don't think you really need it. I think he just wanted like something to be like, hey.
Like a subliminal message.
You're right, but like kind of in your face. It's in a dream. You know, just
the
weird.
film Weapons 2:17 a.m. 17 children vanish in a small town. Goes back to Shining, Room 217. This is an AI overview.
I think that's what it was.
But a literal ammo count for a supernatural entity controlling him. Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
It's Stephen King. There's so many references. Like Room 217 and The Shining.
Can't wait till we get to review The Shining on the pod as well.
I'm sure we'll make it.
At some point.
We'll have to do a live pod at the hotel here in Denver.
Do a Ouija board too?
Yeah.
No thanks. But yeah, kind of get to the back end of Archer is just the drawing the lines on the map. That was interesting. That was a good idea. The one family was reluctant. Guys,
well, the mom is just like, no.
Yeah.
Which I think I don't know. I think her reluctance is a little weird. Like the other parent clearly has the same feelings. Like,
yeah, but being home alone and stuff and letting him in your house, like I think that's where it was kind of coming from. And then the husband gets home and he's like,
big picture.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody would say, hold on, but in a specific case like this, like he's also missing his kid and she's maybe onto something. Like if you worded it differently, maybe, but
yeah, and he's been abrasive around, so probably just didn't want to get involved with him.
Yep.
But it's funny, the guy's being dudes just wait for dad to come home, ask him, and he'll let you run in the door.
Yeah.
Did anybody look into, and I don't know if you guys have seen The Barbarian, but this director, Zach Cregger's relationship to Justin Long?
No, but I love Justin Long.
Justin Long was the main character in Barbarian, and then he's now plays a cameo in this movie. It just feels like there's some kind of connection between them. I know Long does a lot of comedies too, so they probably worked together prior. Maybe he was a part of his early short, comedy shorts and whatnot. But yeah, I had that note in there of like the two movies I've seen from this guy that I know of. Justin Long's been in both of them, and just to have him as a cameo, like felt important that they had to have some kind of relationship outside of just picking Justin Long every time he makes a movie. So, but yeah, drawing the lines was smart, heady play by Archer. We get to the point where Archer finally approaches Justine at the gas station, And that's where we get the principal coming in zombie mode, just full head of steam, coming to kill Justine. And that's where Archer realizes Justine's not the person we should be looking for here.
No.
And he's trying to protect her, fighting this guy off. Like, instincts probably kick in, but still, something's not right with this guy. Just bleeding out of his eyes, like sprinting directly to her from a far distance.
I think the best part of that whole scene is that you're like, where the fuck happened? Like, where did this guy come from? What happened to him? Is that the principal?
Right.
It's like the whole mess of emotions of just seeing him just hustling down the hill towards her. Especially to your point of the filming traffic, because he's right in the background. You just do.
He's just the whole time,
and that whole time you're questioning. You're like, wait, who is that? Is that the principal? What happened to him? Like, something is going on. He's running like the kids. Like, this film does such a great job of just question.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they just kind of, like I said before, I feel like they kind of just fell flat on the answer. But the whole buildup of everything was phenomenal.
Well, when we get there, Geese, let's talk about like maybe an alternate. That would be cool.
Well, and they leave you hanging here too, and I think that's another genius job by how they went to the next character. Like, we get two more perspectives before we even get to Marcus. So like, we move into Paul, who was really irrelevant during Archer's life, like Archer's timeline.
Mm-hmm.
We get back to Paul. You find out, Donna calls. They're clearly not broken up. She's out of town for work, and she's asked, you should go to this meeting. I've been sober. So you find out he's going to AA, and he's having some drinking problems. Her dad is his boss, the chief of police. That's not a good. That's never good. Like,
Paul had a couple bad days. All right.
Paul made some bad decisions in his whole life here. I mean, dating your boss's daughter is
married. I thought.
I don't. Maybe they could have been.
Yeah,
married.
he's married. They are married. He's married to the boss's daughter, and he does that shit.
We know how Geese feels about these movies.
Yeah.
You actually see the characters in here, so.
But they move through his timeline a little bit quicker because we get to his interaction of where.
Well, he's really not that important if you think about it. I mean,
no, but I feel like he's necessary, very necessary to the plot.
Yeah, because of his relationships in order. Yeah, and I feel like you could have just put anybody in there and it would have done the same thing, except to get them into the house at the end.
No, I think you're wrong because he's the only reason that we really have any sort of connection to James. He's the only reason that we really get James involved in the movie.
Right, but
and if James isn't involved,
Justine and Archer don't have any relation.
Justine and Archer don't go to the house because the cops aren't there. It all ties in at the end.
Justine and Paul's relationship is the reason why at the back end of she knows the
Paul?
guy. Yeah. But yeah, the interaction point was the wave of Justine from his perspective. And then we immediately get into a cop chase where it felt like he was overreacting quite a bit. The way he was just whipping around to hunt this kid.
Down an alley. Like, not even an alley. Just a backyard.
He's standing on a
floor in it.
I mean, again, I can't remember where this is at. Seems like a small town. But, like, standing on a dumpster looking to get into a warehouse, like, turning the sirens on or something is going to scare that person away.
Mm-hmm.
But in a small town, maybe you don't have a whole lot of other shit going on. You got to, I mean, we all know that, from back home.
Maybrook, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so I've never heard of that. But like, so yeah, chasing the kid down. It's like you don't probably have a whole lot of crime. I mean, you've got 17 or however many kids missing.
40 through an alley.
Yeah,
he was very reckless,
ripping this kid. I mean, just getting after this bum, this junkie.
Fictional town.
I would say his like intensity towards the situation, I think, is coming from how like everybody in the town's kind of worn down. I think he's just like, oh shit, some action, and just dives right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's what I would tie it to.
Yeah, just felt very over the top. But again, small town, somebody rolls a stop sign. That's your freaking Super Bowl.
That's
So
your ass.
chases him down, tackles him. Anything gonna stick me on you? You got any weapons now?
No.
Right into a needle. I mean, him knocking him out. I mean, I can't even.
So justified.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Justified.
It's a needle. Like,
you asked him, he said no, and you get poked by a needle, man. That's a right hook is the easiest thing to justify there.
I agree, and like him, you know, I guess the panic of the dash cam, but it's like if you would have just explained the situation, it's like maybe you're supposed to just throw him in the car or whatever. But yeah, I'd have been pissed too. Like,
in the court,
not
of
a knife either. Like, this is a needle on a junkie,
dude.
Like,
You're talking
life
diseases,
ruining.
you're talking drugs, you're talking everything.
Yeah.
Well, and then
And
I know we're jumping ahead, but to the same topic of needles, and then he just gets fucking pow. Just a handful of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's like it's not that far ahead because I mean, Paul's scene isn't very long, and you get the second interaction point of meeting Justine at the bar, and you get a little bit more of an intense view of what happened that night.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, it was cool that the way they tied it into when he sucker punches the kid, unplugs the cam. Hey, buddy, are we cool? Like, you never come around here again. We're not going to have any issues. You leave. I'm leaving. You know, I did you wrong. You did me wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Good setup to how James gets tied back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, gets home down a nose, and then like sees the dad.
She just
next
knows
day.
immediately.
I mean, he didn't even try to defend himself.
No, because I mean, didn't she say she was coming back early?
Not that early.
Not that early. Okay.
I think she did mention she was coming home early though.
A couple days early, but not a whole week early.
Yeah.
To be in his position and to get
because they were going to go to
that
dinner, that anniversary dinner, but that was on like Friday, and this was like Wednesday or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
just to see her purse there, like you're fucked.
Yeah, getting home the next day, and I thought her reaction was even kind of like subpar. Of like he came home the next day.
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, hey, where were you at?" You know, like completely normal. Like, dude.
Well, I think she got home that morning. Is how I took it.
Yeah,
and then it was like, "What were you doing? Like, why weren't you here?" You know, that's how I took it. But
true, yeah, she probably wasn't there the night before, so that makes sense.
And then she just goes and beats Justine's ass.
Yeah, that was the precursor to that scene. But sees James again coming to the police station and just, you know, turns into a lunatic again, chasing him down.
What'd I tell you?
And then we're on to James, which James is the I wouldn't say the climax, but the most important of like we're getting somewhere. And who would have thought the junkie was the guy who's going to figure it out? And it makes total sense of how it happened. But yeah, thrifting stolen shit. He's pulling doors on cars. Finds an iPad, and a kitty headphone.
I need the money for clothes. I need the clothes to get the job, and then once I have the job, I can pay you back. But as you just yank on each car door,
logic was there though. You can't get a job without nice clothes.
How realistic is that scene though? That happens all the time.
Oh,
that is it. That is the scenario. That is the lie. That is the try to get your way out of the situation. Well, how do you do that? You got to manipulate people. If you don't manipulate people, they're not gonna. Yeah. They're not gonna do shit for you.
How you paying mom back? Well, I gotta get the job. I need the clothes in order to get the money, and then I'll pay you back.
Yeah, and then him calling him back. He's like calling him back, going,
bitch.
"How do I, so I can better communicate that with you." Full desperation mode.
Yeah, he's the true junkie, lifestyle. And was he gonna buy clothes with the money? Probably not.
No,
not gonna happen.
Does he have a job?
0% chance.
Does he have a job? No, probably not.
Living in the tent.
I did believe him though. I did believe him when he said he was just trying to get in to go to work, because that's kind of like your first interaction with him.
Yeah.
And then you realize he's just absolutely full of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought like that was the mistake that Paul was making, was like this guy actually was just going to work and he couldn't get in.
No.
That was not at all the case.
No.
Trying to find a new spot to sleep, steal shit, all that stuff. But yeah, they quickly they get to the interactions a lot quicker, but the interaction with Paul, and the way him being the guy that figures it out makes sense, because he's like, this house looks abandoned. I can steal shit. I could probably sleep here. Knocking on the door, nobody's answering. Weasels his way in.
Oh, to the second level too. Like,
yeah,
given the situation on the inside, that is just not where you want to be.
Well,
and I have to imagine Alex is at school during this.
I think it's
time.
midday raining. To think about it too, like this dude's off of drugs, like off heroin or whatever. He freaking needs the money. You'll get some more. Like he is on a mission. So any of this shit, it's pissing down rain. I'm getting undercover. I'm in a tent. I'm in a store somewhere. I'm not
nowhere to go.
But no, I need money to go to the pawn shop to get money, to get some more drugs. That's his main mission.
Yeah, and he rips the pillowcase off as soon as he gets in. Starts snagging the silverware and any item that you maybe have seen in a pawn shop, or he knows he could maybe get a couple bucks for.
Well, notice he couldn't open the door to Gladys's room either.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
get into that one. If he walked into that one, he'd go, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, to your point too. Imagine being and like, I would assume at this point he probably was on something. They don't show it till later before he's about to walk in the police station. Like, could you imagine not only being like sane and like not on drugs, and like you're into that house and you see these two people not moving, but on drugs, and you're in there and you're stealing the the video games, and like you get the shot of the reflection of the TV if there's two people behind you, and he's just like, oh shit. Like that would be.
I'm out of that house so fucking fast. You have no idea.
And then to get in there,
I'm not snapping in their face and waving my hand. But again, like, where's he gonna go?
Well, the whole in that scene, the whole in that scene is him walking around the house and not seeing them. Like he walked into the whatever and looked into the kitchen through the living room, whatever. You walk right by the couch, and that. Granted, it is darker, but you're going to see two heads and two figures sitting on that couch.
Yeah. There's enough light getting in.
A little bit of a hole there. But I think that what covers the hole is he's like on the down of his high and is like, I'm in a house. I need to get as much as I can. Like, you can easily blind yourself to something going on.
And the filming never revealed them until the reflection of the TV, too. So it's not like we saw them and he didn't.
Right.
We saw them at the same time. We knew they were there. But they did a good job of at least not giving that away.
Well, technically, watching it the first time, you don't know they're there. That's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah. They could, because we saw Justine's perspective. We don't know. They always just sit on the couch. But yeah, I'm not snapping in their face and waving. Like, I'm getting out of there as fast as I possibly can. But also in that scene, don't the parents get up when he's like walking them get the
he drops something, or he no, he goes down to the basement and he sees the kids.
Yeah, he goes into the basement, he's on the stairs, and then they all collectively turn at him.
Yeah.
And as he's out there,
I think got like as he's walking over there.
Right. Yeah, it's after that scene.
He shuts the door, or like props the door shut so the kids don't come up the stairway. And as he's walking towards the main door, the parents get up and he turns around and sees them.
And he's just fighting for his life to get out of there. But the way they tied it in of like that pawn shop having the reward behind him, like he's like, oh my God, I just struck gold.
Big time. I know right where they're at.
Yeah, like
but I don't want to go. But I don't want to go to the cops.
He like because he knows, and it's like that's what the cool dilemma is. Like Paul sees him, and we get this before of like he's coming to turn me in.
Mm-hmm.
Where you get the James is like James doesn't give a shit about what you guys did. He wants his $50K.
50 G's.
Yeah, and then Paul indirectly ruins the whole. We found him because he sees him and then scares him off. He gets him down. What did I tell you? Blah blah blah. Like I know where the kids are. They take him over there to this house right here. Like, hey, and you're not going to try and take that reward for yourself, are you? trying to bargain with the cop about getting the money. Paul approaches the house, goes in broad daylight, never comes back. James is in the car, like, get me the fuck out of here. And then Paul comes back and just rips him out of the car. Like that was the point too, where Gladys got the detectives, got the cops a second time. I don't know how she did it. I'm sure she used the pawns inside the house to, get something from him, do her voodoo magic, and then take control over him, and then get James out of the car, rip him in, bring him in, deleting all trails of anybody that would know what's going on. Let's get James in here too. But Paul comes back out, rips James out of the car, black screen. We're on to Marcus. And it's like you've gotten so far into the movie where you almost like you don't forget, but you kind of have forgotten like where the last time we saw Marcus was him going Naruto run down the street directly at Justine and Archer. Yeah. And that's when you get the phone call of Marcus's perspective in the grocery store demanding the wellness check.
He got the shortest end of the stick, man. Just trying to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Trying to be a good principal, trying to make sure people are taken care of, and he just gets screwed.
And side note, James's backlog, or the back end that kind of brushed over, when he gets away from Paul, he gets in the woods, thinks he's gone, sees Gladys getting eerie. She's out in the woods. That was creepy as shit. And then he gets in his tent, thinks it's her or somebody, coming up on him, stabs Paul with the needles right in the face, like Geese was talking about earlier. Yeah. He's like, "What the fuck?" But then that's prior to them getting over there. But first time we really get Gladys is in the principal's office, and what an ugly human being she was.
Oof.
Well, the secretary's just.
Yeah, I noticed that the second time where she's like, "Wait a minute, you're letting this person in here? Like, who is this?"
And she's like, Alex Lilly's guardian or whatever's here, and he's like sitting there, and she's just staring at him. He's like, "We'll send him in." And she's like, "All right,
your 2 o'clock is here."
Yeah,
like, send him in. Really?
Yeah.
This is your 2 o'clock.
I did like that he did say non-negotiable. I need to see his parents. Or like, you are not like, you're not sufficient for this.
If I'm him and Gladys is the one that walks in, I'm lying through my teeth. I'm telling her everything she wants to hear. I'm calling CPS immediately. Like, that is not a person that you tell them you need, like, your plan, right? And obviously it's outside looking in. You've seen it before, and like being in that situation, that's probably what you would do. But just like, bro, oh yeah, you're here. That's great. And then immediately after she leaves, yo guys, something's going on in that house. I've never seen this lady before. I asked for the parents. She shows up. I have a teacher that is saying the house is boarded. Like, shit is not right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got to see the parents. That's non-negotiable. Target right on your bag.
Yeah.
I didn't see her look at the ribbon. The ribbons.
I saw it. I didn't see it the first time. The first time I didn't see that.
Yeah. That was fun to watch the second time. I was like, oh, she's scoping those suckers.
Yeah, there's a handful of those where you go, oh, yep, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I should have saw that one coming. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and when you see it the second time, you know exactly what.
I like that it just has to be an article that they either have a connection with or own, and it doesn't just have to be hair all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could be a sock, it could be literally anything, and you just.
Well, I think Yeah, I don't know because she always got hair though. Because
I think it's the easiest thing to get.
no, but like even with the ribbon, she cut the other guy's hair. So she always had hair. The only ones that don't make sense to me are the kids. Because every other person that got taken under
What did Alex bring back home?
all their name tags.
Yeah, see, it just had to be something they own. And I
Or
think
they
that's to
written
take
on,
control of them. And then the hair is to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like who to attack.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the only way to do that. So you
Here's
can
how I-
control
here's how
them
I
if
think
you
it
have an
works.
item you own.
Yeah.
And then attack them, you need their
Yes.
like DNA.
The other
Say-
person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what makes the kids thing make sense in the end, not to jump ahead, is Alex takes his blood, rubs it so it's in his control. He can say, "That's who I want you to go after," and ends up being Gladys.
And he had her he had a hair strand of her. Yeah.
Her wig.
The hair is
Whatever
like
hair she had left.
the attack point is the hair. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. I thought the TV show that was on in the living room being about parasites when she shows up to Marcus's house was I didn't realize that the first time. It didn't really make sense. So like I thought whatever, two dudes watching some National Geographic. But the fact that it was like a parasitic talking about parasites on the TV show, and that's basically what she was doing was she was a parasite in these people's brains and putting them on, full force attack, good foreshadowing, then shows up for water, had to run across town. Marcus is like that, and that's where Marcus I think kicks in. Geese, to your point, is like, no, this bitch is crazy, and his husband's like, no, of course, come on in for water.
Oh, yeah. Especially after the first meeting, and then she shows up your house. I am so parched. I couldn't. Number one question that came to my mind: how do you know where I live?
Yeah. Well, I think that's why he turns her away. But he's like,
He tries
nice.
to. Yeah.
I wouldn't have answered the door.
His partner was too nice and let her in.
Yeah, because he didn't know.
Before that, what a meal! I mean, he brings in 8 hot dogs, carrots, and ranch.
Those things were pristine dogs right there.
Those are some good looking dogs.
I mean, that's a lot of food, but
Yeah, and he's like
that would be a
ready to have
platter.
football
he's
Sunday,
like this. Yeah.
That would be a platter that if like I saw, that's the first one. I'm snagging a dog.
Did you guys notice what was playing on the TV?
Yeah, I just talked about that when you weren't paying attention.
Sorry.
Ooh, I wasn't paying attention either.
Go ahead. I must have missed it. What was on the TV?
I was on TV, Trev.
You don't remember what was on the TV? It was parasitic stuff going into bugs.
Oh, the ant, right?
Yep.
Or something like that.
Yep.
Termite.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Some foreshadowing there.
Very. But those dogs, I think I was distracted thinking about those dogs. I wanted to bring those dogs.
Dude, it made me
just
want-
mustard. Just mustard though.
I'm
on
with
all
it.
of them.
Um,
On all.
Oh,
Of them.
not all.
On all of them. Like
all in. Don't care.
at least mix it up.
He had other shit on the tray though.
He does.
Dogs are just mustard hit.
Shout out to him. He just hopped right into the carrots ranch.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to get the healthy stuff out of the way first.
Somebody's ringing
That made
doorbell
me
right there.
mustard.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Oh God. Yeah.
Like the scene from Wolf of Wall Street where the dad's bitching about someone calling him,
Yeah.
and then he answers, "Hey, how you doing?" That would be me.
Yeah.
That made me want to get a tray and do that. Like that is like a opening day baseball game sitting at home, like a little 9x9 challenge or something. Just get the platter out of the dog, set them up, and let's go to town.
Glizzies.
You can't
So
beat 'em.
good.
That's the best nickname for hot dogs.
All
Phillies
American.
play the Cardinals. Get your
OBJ.
ass. Let's do a fucking 9 innings, 9 dogs, 9 beers.
I'm in. I think it's going to be tough. We need a lot of hits, a lot of runs. If that's
Need
a
a
pitcher,
long 7th inning stretch.
if we're in a pitcher's duel, that's going to be a tough game to watch. But yeah, no, unbelievable platter. partner lets her in. Marcus kind of knows this chick is not right. Give me a bowl to drink out of.
Yeah, dude. There's so many goddamn red flags here. I'm just
I think the biggest one is she shows up all huffy puffy with this whole story, and then walks in, and then she like feels fine and is completely the house. And
she's in.
How did you find my house? Is the only question. I just couldn't progress past that.
And
come on in.
My biggest flaw. You're not walking up to me and cutting my hair ever. Like when I'm watching you approach me and you come up and cut my hair. Yeah,
there's people's elbow waiting for you.
This sharp boy's going right into the top and just get a UFC slice on the forehead.
It's like that Joe Rogan meme, or that Joe Rogan gif when he's like, "Oh, just boom, like, knock that bitch out, dude." Yeah. But like her just walking up and cutting his hair, like, and then they don't do anything.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's no reactions here.
Yeah.
Like it would be beyond shocked, and you would be freaking out. Like, yo, what the like? You wouldn't just be letting her do it.
That was the most like outside of this obviously being ritualistic and whatever. Like, but like out of the normal day to day, like that was the most unrealistic interaction.
Yeah, agreed.
Her being in the house, bowl of water, and then cutting his hair, and then
letting her,
and then walking back, and like he sees his ribbons on this stick, like this weird shit's going on.
Are those
like
my ribbons?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, but if you see that, the whole thing is like it completely disregards people's interactions with like supernatural. I feel because if I'm in that situation. And I see that immediate stop. I'm throwing hands. You are not going to get a chance to do whatever the hell you're going to do with
You're definitely not coming into my home.
Right. Well, even if you let him into your home, he grabbed your ribbon from the meeting. Like, full stop. This is too weird. You're not doing whatever you're going to do.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing a left hook from Bethlehem. Just whoop him.
I'm dragging her old baggedy ass out of my house any way possible. This woman is not standing
through the window.
She's not standing a chance against those guys.
On site. The moment I see the stick on site, like,
well, when she's got the stick, you're kind of fucked because
the bowl of water is just no.
She just wraps the hair around and then fucking, and then he just
talk about a heavy scene, because in theaters you're kind of like shocked. The second time watching it, I'm counting the thumps. 5, 6. He's still thumping. 7, 8. He's still going. 9, 10. And then they just pan right to it, and it looks like a concave glass, man.
And this is where I was told to watch it in another room.
Yep. I think they could have gone a little farther here and got a little gorier and like actually.
I mean, it's pretty good.
They go right by it. You know what I mean? I just like a pan down.
Imagination that it's mashed.
It's pretty over the top. The headbutts itself was just it was overkill.
Boom. Boom.
But it showcased like he's just a machine at that point until she demands it to stop.
Can one of you guys look up the significance of the black goo that he threw up?
That just feels like a possessed thing.
That's
that was kind of like passed over, but I'll get it for you.
Yeah, looking back on whoever said Marcus's scene was the best, like entertaining, but a lot of flaws in this one.
But that's what I'm saying. From start, like with them being at the house, eating some dogs, sitting down, and her coming in, that scene, and then the fact that he's just Naruto running through the neighborhood, and then you see him getting to Justine and Archer, like the whole scene is just boom, 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 until he's
most flaws, I'd say, in the plot, like in like reality.
He gets. I mean, are we jumping ahead, or are we going to go through the whole Justine scene again?
No, I mean, Justine interaction. He's chasing her down, gets in her car, he's running after Archer.
And then just gets absolutely smoked.
His head being that fucking blown up.
I guess it depends on how he landed.
It's already smashed.
Yeah, true.
And he gets hit like this. Like his head probably hit the hood of the car going like this at 50.
Yeah.
Guys, you don't survive that. And your head is
I'm not
probably
expecting
getting
him to
mashed.
survive it, but his head was just completely...
And the first little like pan through with the camera, his shoe, like the dude got smoked.
He did get absolutely, and that also to me felt like some comedic relief, like how hard he got hit by that car.
Right. Well, you're just not expecting it. That scene, you're expecting Archer to get to him.
The second time, I knew it. Like, it's obvious that's what's going to happen because I'd seen it. But like, yeah, the first time you're just like, he just gets blindsided. But
he's probably cooking too. He's going 50. Yeah. He is himself is going 15 to 17 ish miles an hour. I wouldn't put him in the 20 mile an hour range because those are like football players. But he's
bigger guy. He was moving. I liked how Archer. Archer's this whole scene and this whole interaction with Marcus is how Archer realizes, it's not Justine. But when he talks about like the way that he ran, I've seen that before. He was like weaponized. I like them using that phrase.
Yeah.
Because the name of the movie.
He said it.
Being weaponized and we get to our final point of view, Alex. And you go shit hits the fan. Dad picks him up from school. He's getting bullied. Quiet kid. Hey, mom's aunt's coming into town. He's like, I don't want her. I don't either. I don't know her. I don't know her either.
Yeah.
I don't want her here.
Is she actually her aunt?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure. Did she take over as the aunt?
She was the aunt because she was living with her mom, and I'm assuming she was just sucking the life out of Alex's mom's mom, Alex's grandma. And then when she passed is when she needed to relocate, get some more juice.
Yeah.
So then she comes to town and lives with them. And then, when he sees Gladys, like, Alex peeks in there and she's just staring at the door. Like, that was creepy as shit.
Okay,
she's
so...
just dead, like, lifeless, old. Like, your standard, like, this type of movie...
Like hospice.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones, the Red Woman. When she throws on... Yeah, like
that's a good comparison, yep.
Looks like that, like just drained of life and then puts her pendant on and, back. And that's kind of what she's sucking the life energy out and she's out of it. But yeah, that scene was creepy as shit when she opens the door.
Not actually related. This is just a Google AI overview shit, but says she uses blood magic for mind control of the family. So I think she manipulated Alex's mom to be the aunt to get in there.
I don't
know.
The black goop is just possession too, but like that's a stretch in this movie for me.
Not too important to anything.
Yeah. No. I was just curious about it because it's like, how'd she get there?
Dad,
how did we get here?
Dad not there at 2 o'clock to pick up Alex.
Yeah, Dad not happy about it.
Gets home and Mom and Dad are just whacked. Alex is like, "What the fuck is this?" And
after his dad was like, "Kiss any supermodels?"
Yeah,
that was
like a fun dad.
Yeah, I mean, like the next day he's not there to pick him up. Alex has to walk home, and they're just completely out of whack. And Gladys, after seeing her the night before and now seeing her again, is like, he's got to be all sorts. Not only his parents being out of whack, but Gladys is now full of life. Sit down and the power move of just stabbing themselves in the face with the fork over. Dude, that kid his life is ruined.
He's 8.
It's fucked. It's not ruined. It's fucked.
Yeah, his mind is forever gone. Like that is just what a wild 30 days, 40 days, whatever it was. Like that kid lived through and just picking up soup, feeding his parents, feeding the kid in the basement. Like, that's when you get I need more than just your parents. You got to bring me something from your classmates. The name tag grabbing when Miss Gandy comes back and sees him and like, hey, if you need anybody to talk to. For some reason in that scene, I thought she said like, and hey, why'd you take everybody? She didn't even like mention the fact that he took all the name tags off.
She didn't notice. Yeah, he got it done secretly enough.
Yeah, I thought for some reason like she noticed, whatever, like let him take them, whatever the case may be. But the kids come running. You see, we knew where the kids were. You see how they got there. Alex again. This doesn't. I mean, at this point, what is a kid terrified of his life, terrified of his parents' lives? She told him not to tell anybody. You're not going to tell anybody.
No.
If you just watch that.
After you watch the fork scene?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You're not telling a soul about what's going on here. 8 years old. Like,
who would believe you too? Yeah, my parents are possessed and are stabbing themselves in the face with forks.
Cops and CPS are coming if you say that.
Yeah. But then your parents are going to die. And she's like, I could even make them eat each other. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, crazy. Paul gets there, interaction with Paul, cops at the house, James is there, whatever. But the climax, Archer and Miss Gandy get there. They're kind of debating. Oh, the cops are already here, debating, like, let's see something, let's get some action here. And then Paul opens the door, and he's like, Paul? Like, and he's like, oh, you know him?
What a perfect, like, it would throw you such a big red flag if he just did the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nope, I'm not going
No chance. I'm calling 911. Hey, we got a situation. Like,
yeah.
No chance. One, if I was Paul, no chance I'm going in there by myself.
Well, then they've got
Two, watching him come out and doing that, I'd be calling his cell phone first. No answer, cops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing in there? I know. I know. But it's like your immediate reaction would be to text or call, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing in there?
Did you find anything?
Yeah.
We talked about the headbutt scene being a little bit overkill. The comedy part in here is they walk in, they activate him by stepping on the line, and Archer sees like, Justine. And then, yeah, like, he's got her pinned up and she's peeling his face. Ooh. To me, Archer's just giving James a beat down. Just like every time, just feeding James, dude. And then you gotta kill him.
He just can't get up, or can't. He keeps getting up every time. Like literally,
just great clip.
The worst.
Great clip and great song for that would be whatever you call it, the tub thumb wumping or whatever that song. I get knocked out.
Yeah,
I get up again.
Yeah, he's just getting buried. And meanwhile, Justine's getting bodied, fighting for her life, and Archer's just putting just the world of hurt on James, and just can't put him away. Keeps coming. The hip tosses him, everything, and Justine gets the gun and has to blow the brains out.
Justine's got a gun.
The only way you're putting these people away.
That was a good scene, though. Like,
she figured it out.
Like, she's like, I can't do this, but
through
I'm giving you
throat
a little bit of a chance. I'll give you a little chance.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm giving.
Through the throat
that was fun.
Through the head.
That was also crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't get you there. All right.
Yeah, because he's still full force choking her out. Shot right through the throat. He's just a machine. And then blows his head out. And then it was cool that James got back to Archer to, like, because Archer kind of falls down and he like sees the kids, and then he realizes, and then Justine blows his brains out.
Can we just think to ourselves what would be going on in our heads and the lifetime that would go by in that scene as you're like interacting with all this stuff, like how long that would take in your head, and then after that you get knocked down and you look in a dark lit basement and it's all the kids.
It would freeze.
Oh, what?
James,
my kid's down here.
If Justine if
Guarantee
Justine's not there, you're probably dead because you're so focused on the kids. James just chokes you out.
Yeah.
And kills you.
These are
I think in that
decaffeinated
instance,
Colombian decaffeinated coffee crystals.
Yeah.
What?
I think in that instance, you like summer kick them down the stairs, but then does that
I thought that's what he
activate?
did. Yeah.
Just I don't know how you would even process that.
I thought that's what he did when I was watching it the second time. I forgot she came through and rocked his ass too with the gun, like right in the back of the dome, put him away.
I know we're a little past it, but I do want to mention how bad that house would fucking smell.
Yeah.
This kid, so the duration of the movie is 8 days. He's feeding chicken noodle soup to 20 people, himself included. Probably not throwing that shit out. Probably not cleaning up after himself. Like, that place would smell awful.
Well, and I'm also Google AI, and I think the movie might be 8 days, but the kids were missing for roughly a month. So it's not only the 8 days, but
see, that's what I thought you said a month earlier, and I was trying to look for that.
Yeah,
but yeah, like
because the school was closed for however long.
They say it was about a month.
Okay, because I was trying to do the calculation because a Campbell's chicken noodle soup is 2.5 servings.
I'm not worried about Campbell's chicken noodle soup, Geese. I'm done.
I mean, we went through inflation. Now we're going through shelf life.
Well, it's like, where'd you get all this money from? You want to get down to the nitty gritty details.
I'm not worried about Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
What about the supply of the grocery store? Like, how is he still buying soup?
And shit, Geese. That's what's gonna smell.
Yeah.
Who cares about Campbell's?
Yeah,
that old basement is just filled with it.
You'd be diving into the ground in the kitchen to get your nose into a Campbell's can if you're smelling all that shit in there.
Like, yeah, give me that chicken noodle. Give me everything.
I would assume their body anatomy just is suspended.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if you're feeding them, like, maybe that gets absorbed by the witch.
Good question.
Yeah. I could see that. But you're the only other person that's seen this movie, Geese, but my relation to it is she's not getting all the nutrients out of them. It's like their life force, kind of like I'm just throwing shit out there. Like that Pete Davidson movie, like how that they're like staying young. But yeah, it would reek in there, dude. Oh, absolutely reek. That house is a disaster.
Yeah, just body odor and everything. Like,
that's a month of feeding 20 people. This kid's 8 years old feeding 20.
That kid doesn't know where the cleaning solution is. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That grocery store stayed stocked up on Campbell's though. I mean, that's 30 days of.
Well, and you're not questioning a kid walking around for 30 days by himself.
So I saw that in my reviews. Somebody on Letterboxd, somebody's like, no one was wondering about old Soup Boy walking home with.
Well, Gladys could have bought some soup too.
Yeah, once she was back in action, yeah, he's walking home from the bus every day, just bags of Campbell's.
8-year-old boy just walking around town by himself, and no one's questioning it. Like,
yeah. Hey, again, small town make believe. So. Kids walk home from school.
That's a good one.
But anyway, yeah, Gandy kills both of them. Gladys was in the basement. That got me.
Well, hold on.
When Gladys appears from the kids,
like a Borak warrior.
While all this is happening, Alex is fighting off his parents.
Yeah, he stepped over the line. He stepped over the line.
The witch that took over your entire life, abducted all your friends, is killing your parents, tells you not to step over the salt. You probably shouldn't step over the salt.
No, the parents got activated quick. The activation of the salt was funny. Like, we didn't get that at all until the final
he needed to do it, though. He knew he needed to do it to get in there.
Yeah. And it paid off.
8-year-old's not figuring that out.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
plot
The
armor.
8-year-old geese ain't figuring that out.
No. My ass is under the bed. I'm not moving. It'll figure itself out.
But Alex, I mean, Alex,
what are you going after me for? I didn't step over the salt.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Gandy's kind of like Dwayne Wade, and I'd say Alex is LeBron James in this situation because he gets her hair, he gets his blood, cracks a stick, the kids just take off, and this is where the gripes come in. Because you got old Gladys just running around town, every scene by scene running through, and like everybody's like, "What the hell is this?" And then just 16 kids just busting down your windows and running through your kitchen and living room and just chasing her around. The guy mowing his lawn sees her. That's
I will
weird.
say that part
Kids.
might be a little normal. I don't know, playing tag or some shit. Like, what? That's weird, but maybe not in that town. Maybe not in that town.
Kids
Because it's
chasing
like
old
kids
lady.
are fucking disappearing.
And they're screaming bloody.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Yeah.
here's what I don't like about the scene. The kids originally get kidnapped and they Naruto run. Marcus Naruto run. Every instance this lady takes over somebody, arm straight back, dead on sprint. This scene is the only scene where all the kids are doing this with their arms and everything. Super, super minor detail. I didn't like it.
That's a good detail.
Yeah, I just didn't like the scene as a whole. I mean, I get the funny parts of it. It's, a good, happy ending, but just, I don't need the comedy in there.
it is hilarious, but it doesn't fit the movie that great.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they just absolutely tear her limb from limb, rip her frickin'. It's like King Kong with the T-Rex and just ripping his head.
They
I
did the
love
scene
that
great.
part.
They did
Yeah.
the scene great.
Yeah.
It's the whole chase scene. Oh, you should have kept her in the house, and those kids. You could do it in the front yard or something. You don't need the whole chase scene in order to make that work.
That's comes from this guy's background.
I
think that's the point. Like, he still keeps his comedy roots into the horror movie. Now, if you watch Barbarian, I don't remember anything like that. Like, he did not have any sort of comedy really that I remember built in to this extent. But that is his roots. So, like, before I saw it the first time, I had a buddy tell me that. So I kind of knew something was going to happen like that. I didn't know what, but I knew there was going to be more comedic relief than like maybe your traditional horror movie. But the other one I saw by him did not have anything like that I can remember that was stand out like this. Okay, this is like built-in comedy. But yeah, the ending scene, the second time watching it, I didn't dislike it as much, probably because I wasn't sitting in a theater and hearing people laugh. And it's like, this is supposed to be horror. And it's like, it was a little bit better the second time. But yeah, curse breaks on everybody now. She's dead. Everything's gone. We get the kid narrator again about the parents, not really coming back to it. Some of the kids started talking again. They're all fucked up. The ending was not great. It really wasn't great for me. And honestly, like, overall thoughts on the movie, and I think the reason why I probably gave it a 4, like, cinematography, film shots, acting, music, the setup, the plot, the twist, the timing, everything was great.
It wasn't cheesy, right? Like,
the end was cheesy.
No, yeah, outside of the end.
Yeah.
The rest of it, like, you watch Scream or something, like, it's all the way throughout the film. This was like 70-80% of it was just solid. And that's where I'm saying is that he just kind of lost the plot at the end, and they set up this whole mystery, this whole story. And I just think they wrote themselves into a corner of, it has to be something, I'll say normal, witch, possession, when this whole mystery, you're like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, eventually it's going to have to come back and be something that you're familiar with.
And that is why I think it went to 4 for me instead of 4.5, because when you get into the ritualistic witchcraft, like, not my favorite type of antagonist. Like, I don't like all the voodoo shit. Like, it just kind of was like, like, to your point, it built it all up. Unreal story. It's a great mind game mystery, what's going on, and then you just resort to voodoo magic, blood magic, like ugly ass woman, very cringe-worthy character, like getting chased through the neighborhood and torn to pieces. Like the voodoo and the possession and like all that, we're getting hair and cracking a stick, and that's what's happening. Is like, it felt like a letdown.
First 90% of the movie gets a 4.5, teetering towards a 5.
Yeah.
Last literal 5 minutes with the comedy scene just leans it towards the 4. Doesn't plummet it because it's still a great scene, but it just doesn't wrap it up like you'd expect. Now,
and depending on your type of horror, for me, like that, finding out that was what was happening, and like it was all this twig and blood magic, and she spits in this pot and like all this voodoo shit, like the reason as to why it all happened, and then the comedy at the end, like both of those were swing and misses for me.
Yeah. Now, Geese, I asked you earlier, how would you imagine, not like how it went, but how would you imagine a finish that would bring it up to a 5?
To bring it up to a 5? Incorporating the kid, like I like the parts where he uses her magic against her. So like, let's stick within the realm of the movie of how they actually set it up. I honestly just get rid of the chase scene. Like, don't change the tone. You could have all the kids like attack her and they bust through the window of a house. Like the house that they're in, they all attack her. They bust her out through the window and then they pull her apart. That's it. Just end it right there. There's your, like, it's going to happen.
They added something that ended up subtracting from the movie.
Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like that's like, you don't need the chase scene, and because of the chase scene that changes the tone of the movie so far, I think that's where it fell short. So just get rid of the chase scene, have it all happen at the house, and then call it a day.
And it would have kept its dramatic effect if they would have just gotten her in the front yard. She didn't get a chance to run away.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, the whole climax of this movie is like this. It just kind of goes down gradually as that chase scene goes on. Instead, without the chase scene, you would just go from here, boom, like just immediate. Like that's how quick it goes.
Like the second he snaps it, you see the kid, like the camera goes to the kids in the basement where they snap their heads like towards the direction of where she's at, and then all you hear is boom, 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 boom up the steps. And then even if it's just her going...
Maybe black screen right there. Yeah. Like, there's a ton of plot holes in this movie already, and a lot of it is ambiguous for yeah, exactly. And I hate those movies, but that might have been a really good way to... You see her snap the stick multiple times. You see the outcome of that. You see Alex do it. You know it's coming. Mm-hmm. And then the fact that it, like, just black screen... Like all faces turn
open.
Yeah.
Door bursts open to kids. She's fucked.
Yep.
Right. Like and that's coming. So they all turn in the dark basement and then black screen and you hear all their free.
Right.
And then just end it right there. And then you can I don't know how you follow that up in terms of what they show after it.
You could do it.
Your mind could go that way.
And you could leave it up to a sequel with a black screen like
sequel,
that.
Baby. Sequel.
No. It lets people think that. I wouldn't say do one, but at least it like gets people to think.
Yeah, I would not watch that. I don't think.
No.
I think they lost me enough with the ritual shit that I would not want to see a second one.
Loved it though.
But good movie, very good movie.
Agreed.
Very good movie. Like I said, only up for one Oscar right now. I don't know if any acting.
I think that makes sense. I feel like the Oscar it's up for is kind of weak anyway. It was a great cast. Is it an Oscar-worthy cast?
It's not nominated. It's shortlisted, so it might not even be.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes
it might not make it, but that's the only one that was shortlisted.
I don't really think it's an Oscar-worthy movie.
Yeah,
it does have good rewatchability though. I was not bored watching it for a second time.
Yeah,
all the scares still hit. The action, the mystery, like that still is fluent. And then my opinion actually lessened at the ending watching it a second time. So it is a good rewatch movie.
I would rate it a 5 stars as a movie to watch with somebody who hasn't seen it before.
Yes,
big time. Where you look over.
I agree with that.
And I think comedies and horrors, which we've talked about, horror's probably number one, but comedies and horrors, like the second time you watch it, is always going to be tougher than the first time.
Yeah,
because you know all the thing, and like I forgot a few, but the more you watch a horror, the less good it gets. Some of them are different; those standalones. The comedies you can rewatch, you know, some of the jokes still funny, but like horrors are really hard to be in the rewatchable category just to throw on and watch it again.
Right. You almost got to be like watching the, what do you call them? Not the Amityville, but the Nun series. What's the family again, or what's the couple? Yeah,
the Warrens
series. Yeah,
Warrens.
that's something you can rewatch. But yeah, I hear
you. Yeah, but overall, I mean, it's a great movie. I'm glad we landed on it. It's definitely something I wanted to watch again. And overall, again, one of the more unique movies. I mean, again, I don't classify it as a true horror, as I think some other ones are, and it doesn't need to be a slasher to be a horror. But I think thriller mystery for me is kind of where I'd slot this one in at, because the preview of this movie is basically just the opener. Like the preview is basically just the opening scene when the kid's talking about the kids leaving school, and that you get through that pretty quick, and then here we go. Which I like trailers that don't give away the movie, but it did lead you in a different direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't imagine a different trailer to do.
Yeah, and like once you got into it, like it started, you got that trailer point, and then you're like, I have no idea where this movie's going to go. So yeah, I thought they did a pretty nice job with that.
Agreed.
Well, boys, we are on to the finale of the Best of 2025 series for the old Butter Boys. Early rankings for me: F1 Weapons, Roofman.
Yep.
Just because I think Roofman is just based on a true story, or it is a true story. The story itself was unreal. Movie was good, like we talked about. But I think pretty easy for me right now. F1 Weapons.
There's another tier. There's another tier to movies. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I think this is a good 3-tier. Like F1 production value and everything is way up there. Weapons is a higher level, like almost like a Netflix. Like holy shit! Like this is their premiere movie.
I feel like Weapons. We were like, we all loved it, and I feel like the second watch might have been like, okay, maybe take a step back a little bit.
I think it's good.
I had the same kind
Still
of thought
good.
first time I saw, but yeah, I mean, again, it's like I've said this multiple times. Like not only the rewatchability of a horror, but like to make new horror movies with everything that's been out and trying to come up with more like new ways to tell a scary story is very hard to do.
Yep.
You can always make jokes. You can always get an action movie, drama, all that stuff. Like horror is very hard to continuously make new versions of it, of something that you haven't seen before. And I think it's the way the movie unfolds, which this one did an unbelievable job.
I did watch K-pop Demon Hunters this week as well. So
okay.
Got to mention that earlier.
Well, if it doesn't hit, I'll fire it up regardless. So since you watched it.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Out of just because it's also on, I think, HBO, and because it's also a horror, and also because I want to watch it again, because I watched this one again, and because I think I'd give it 5 stars out of 5. I would like to see Sinners for a second.
I just watched that the other day.
Give me Superman.
I'm gonna go, since I'm the only one who has seen this movie. I'm gonna go Relay.
I've also seen Relay.
Oh, you saw it? I forgot. As the only two people who have seen this movie,
Give me Frankie.
I'm gonna go Relay.
Give me Frankie.
Frankenstein. All right, boys. Well, G.
I am. Everything besides Minecraft, I'm okay with.
I'd be fine with Minecraft. I don't want to watch the Phoenician movie. I have no interest in. I don't know what it's about. I don't care to know.
Super
Marty.
Marty.
Wow, dude. The day I don't take it.
Go. 5.
Oh wait.
Sinners.
Wow. Yeah. I am shocked.
I fucking gave up too. I was like, looks like we're going to the fucking movie theater.
Damn, I wanted Marty Supreme, man.
Sinners. Come on, dude. I haven't seen this movie since it came out.
I thought we were going to the fucking movie theaters.
I watched it.
I'm really excited for this rewatch.
I'll save it. I'll save it for the pod, but I have a great story about this.
Wow.
This is kind of what got me back into movies. Like, my buddy at work was like, "Have you seen the trailer for Sinners?" I'm like, "No," and he's like, "Dude, you got to see it." And I looked up the trailer. I'm like, "I'm all in." I actually watched this movie before I signed up. I signed up for this. I watched this movie before I signed up for A-List. Like, this is the first movie that I went to see in theaters.
I remember that. Yeah.
Year. So I am excited for this one. I'm going to give the sneak peek now. Don't care. Googled it. I'll talk about it again next week. Shortlisted for casting, cinematography, makeup and hairstyling, original score, original song, sound, and visual effects. This is the most short. This has the most shortlisted that we've got. I would be very shocked if Michael B. Jordan's not nominated for Best Actor. I am beyond pumped. And fun fact, shocked. I convinced Chels to watch Weapons with me. She did, watched it. Like, I was like, this is a movie you can watch. I know there's a couple of headbutt scene and her getting her head ripped off at the end are tough, but for the most part, like, it's more just a unique movie. And then as it ended, Sinners is like, hey, watch next, and Sinners is up there. I'm like, that's the one we need to watch.
That happened to me too on HBO.
That's the one that we need to watch.
It was Destiny.
That movie's different. And I think, again, for somebody who doesn't like horrors, I think Sinners is watchable
for sure.
So excited! I am so pumped. I'm excited because I think last year, and I think overall movies like Sinners and F1 are right there.
That was such an epic wheel. We're like,
I know.
I was like, oh, we got to
that slowed down to a crawl.
I literally
at the
all
middle
I do is I just take the timer and I just go right or left, maybe a smidge from what I had. That I was like, oh, looks like we're going to the fucking theater.
Too. Like,
can I make a request, Crit? Can we do a really slow one?
We've done a really slow one.
That could just like stop automatically, and we
maybe not stop automatically, but we can do like
to where it's like
5 seconds really slow.
And then it would just like stop.
Yeah. Maybe not like stop automatically, but we can. So I can make however long it takes to spin, but then I also tell it to spin slowly or fast. And I've done slow and I've done fast, and I've probably done more fast than slow. But
that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't we all?
quick finisher. Yep. Still finished, bud.
Yeah.
Sinners and F1 are like here for movies in recent history that I've watched that I don't know which one's the best. So to watch this one again, I'm very excited.
That Sinners is it.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this one too. But finale, best of 2025. This is a fun topic. We'll have to. I know we've got some ideas floating around, but we'll have to get that wheel built out next time. But Sinners, HBO Max, 2025. I think horror something, but definitely going to be in the horror category again. Michael B. Jordan playing both of the lead roles in the movie. I think we've all seen it, so this will be interesting. It's kind of similar to Weapons in terms of the horror category. Watching it a second time, will it be better, worse, the same? What kind of effect are we going to get from it? So if you haven't seen it, watch it before you listen to the next podcast. It's on HBO Max. It's a must watch. I've called my shot 2 podcasts, maybe 3 podcasts in a row for Michael B. Jordan's acting performance. So definitely a must watch movie. And also, as I talked about, if you guys have never been to a Screen Unseen, or you are an AMC A-list premiere, whatever member you are, I think Regal does the same the same unseens. Whatever movie's the unseen at AMC is the same at the other theaters that do it. So IMAX 3D, January 19th, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. You got work off that day. End your night with a movie in the theaters. Get your asses in seats or put them on the couch. Throw on Sinners. Grab your popcorn. Go Birds. And don't forget your extra butter. We'll catch you on the next one.
Extra, extra butter on the corn for me. Extra, extra butter. I hope they don't charge a fee. But it won't matter anyway. I got a good movie to play. I'm gonna ask my friends to stay extra butter for me.